cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the. Wake up, get out the sheets. We came for one man, forget my peace. You take the west, I'll take on the east. I'ma put him in the cage, never let out the. I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls, let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Beg, please get on your knees. Came from the jungle, up in the trees. I got a few tricks up in the sleeve. One wrong move, I'ma let out the. Big shoes, check out the crease. Blow like I'm Bigfoot, step on the beat. Make a man's run till he step out the crease. When the whole place scream, gotta get out the. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man so tough, but man's keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls, let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution.
No, that was number 7.
Stop
Marshall
that.
Rogers.
Okay, it's Rogers.
Yeah, I was like you, looked like Roy.
Stop that.
Take the movement.
Oh, he's got a man wide open if he can square the
Stop
hook.
that.
He's going to take off and run. Makes one man miss.
Stop that.
I hear him chat to the boys. Can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man's keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. Let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution.
Gonna go in.
Fast life, the fast living. They see the ambition, they know I'm past driven. Look, we are not the same, this is not a game. I've been swerving through the city in and out of lanes. Yeah, cause if I see it, then I want it, then you better know I got it. Ain't no watches, I'm about to do the damn thing. I'm an outlaw, you can never catch me. I'm in first place, you can never. These are the moments, only got one life. This is your moment, whether wrong or right. You're your own enemy, your own enemy, your own enemy. When I fall, I keep running. Feel the pain, but I love it.
Moment is gone. What a run for Moment.
You ain't by that fast life. 100 on the dash with the cash light.
He changed
You ain't by that
directions.
fast life. Big dog status with your stash light. You ain't by that fast life. Just know 100 duffers at the bag price. You ain't by that fast life. 6 speed, yeah, I'm smashing on the gas. It's a fast life.
That was a great call by the coach.
It's a fast life.
And that's to give to
Keeping it moving, don't switch up my code. Life full of circles, we out the A. Keeping it moving, don't switch up my code. Life full of circles, we out the A. It's a fast life.
We are back here in Charles Bland Stadium in Dexter, Missouri. I'm here with Coach Stalker, head coach for the East Prairie Eagles. Coach, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Okay, so I know it's your first year as head coach, lots of excitement and stuff. You've already been 3 games in, so I know it's not the record that you were probably hoping for, but, you know, how does it feel being their coach, and what do you do to motivate your players every day?
Well, I'm just really excited with the kids I have. You know, I try, to be honest, I just try to love them and be the best role model that I can. Becoming a head coach has kind of given me a different perspective and a different role in these kids' life. I get to make a lot bigger impact, so it's just been real exciting all year. And you know, we're constantly getting better week by week, so just let's see what this week holds.
You know, are the guys excited about it being homecoming night, you know, being here at Dexter's Field, you know, against their old coach? So how is that? How did the guys feel?
I mean, to be honest, we just kind of blocked all that out. We just focus on us, and we're just showing up here to play football. So it's it could be Dexter, it could be any other team, but we're just here focused on us.
Yeah.
So
you know, going on, looking at the rest of the season, what are you looking every single day in practice just to push on your guys? I know you said, you know, love on them and just constantly encourage them, but what else? You know, despite the losing at the beginning, you know, there's so much more of the season. So what is something you do?
We're a young team, so we just focus on the fundamentals daily and just try to make the kids better at football as much as we can. And, you know, I keep preaching down by down, play by play, and we take every single down as a chance to get better, and every single play is a chance to get better. We don't look at it as game by game, and we just do the best we can and try to get better week by week, and hopefully it pays off in the end.
So last question, what is something that you love about being a head coach or just coaching these guys?
One thing I love about coaching these guys, you know, I'm from East Prairie, so it just brings me back a lot of times, and I see myself in a lot of these kids. So any way I can help them, I love it to death.
Yeah. Well, Coach, that's about all the questions I have for you. So good luck tonight.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
I am back here with head coach Jamerson for the Dexter Bearcats. Coach, it's homecoming night. There's a lot of action and excitement for tonight's game. How are the guys feeling with everything, especially it being homecoming?
Yeah, we're excited. It's that anxious energy, but there's also a lot of danger to that anxious energy as well. There's a lot of distraction. So really, they're just trying to stay focused and stay prepared and accomplish the mission at hand. Without a football game, there's no homecoming.
Yeah. Exactly, and coming off the recent losses and stuff, I know it's not the season you probably expected in the start of it, but there's a lot more football to play. So what is something you push your players in practice to motivate them despite the losses?
We just focus on trying to get better every day. Show up, keep working hard, get better every day, and we know that we're building a program here. We're trying to establish a foundation, and that's really what our goal is every day. It's just to get better each day.
Yeah. So you're up against East Prairie Eagles. It's your former school district. How does it feel to be back and have them here at your new turf, much less have players that you've coached previously?
Yeah, that entire coaching staff over there played for me throughout my time there. And, there are going to be a lot of faces I see that are really familiar tonight. And, you just got to keep perspective in it. At the end of the day, it's just a football game. They're friends and we're friends, and, we just want to come out and, to be honest with you, I want to show off what we have here, because I'm proud of Dexter and I'm proud to be a Bearcat, and, we're going to do our best to show that off tonight.
Yeah. Well, Coach, that's all the questions I have for you. Good luck tonight, and good luck.
Thank you.
Make sure to tune in right after this at 7 p.m. Central Time.
Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Day we hustle, but the night we know that they ride or die. I'm a OG boy. Day we hustle, but the night we boys by my side. Know that they ride or die.
Here, Bobby, and it should be a competitive game tonight. Both teams come in 0-3 on the season, and very similar. Both teams have had a lot of trouble stopping the other team's offense. The Dexter is giving up 40 points a game. East Prairie's giving up 57 points a game, so something's got to give there tonight. The biggest difference is the Bearcats from Dexter have been able to score a little bit. They put up 20 points a game. East Prairie's only averaging about 11 or so. Both teams, Bobby, very, very young. 5 seniors on both squads, and it's hard to be very consistent with only 5 seniors.
Yep. Jim, right now behind us coming onto the field is the Dexter Bearcat team. Watching Dexter some this year, had the privilege of watching all the games. It seems it's big strike or nothing this year. I can only remember of one play where they have had. Jay Farmer had. So, looking for things there. Jackson Graham and Jackson Howard have had a connection this year through the air. Big playability there for Dexter. Last week, Dexter had trouble throwing the football. New Madrid was so explosive, Dexter just couldn't get anything going in the air. Tonight, I look for Dexter to strike a lot through the air. Also, they have Lee Michael McDonald, who has been absolutely electric with the football in his hands. He will do well there tonight. Watching for jet sweeps, maybe some quick slants. He has hit some of those. You've got Nolan Alford as well. He has done well on jet sweeps. Maybe watch for the bubble pass for him tonight on screens. And you've also got Juan Cuavez, who has had a fantastic season so far, receiving and jet sweeps as well. All those guys will be major factors tonight for Dexter. Also, we do look to see Logan Josephate back on the football field tonight. From what I understand, it may be a little limited getting him back into game action, but we'll see. I think he's going to play mostly defense and maybe no offense tonight, but we will see him back on the field. And the story of the night for Dexter, can they stop the run? So far this year, they have struggled mightily with defense against the run. Talking to Coach Lumica before the game, he talked a lot about containment, that Dexter cannot stop the run because people are getting outside of him. They have really made a focus of buttoning down the ends right there. Defensive ends, linebackers doing their job. So it'll be interesting to see what we can see out of Dexter on that end tonight. And, Jim, I think you had a chance to catch up a little bit today on a little bit of East Prairie's team.
Right, East Prairie. Connor Markham is a sophomore quarterback. He's got 162 yards on 20 carries so far, so he's averaging about 8 yards a carry. He's their main offensive threat. Tucker Parker is a freshman quarterback who's also played some. He's probably the better passer of the two. So we'll see which of those guys end up playing tonight. And then Baden, I believe is his last name, is one of their running backs, the other running back. But with 11 points a game, they've not created a lot of offense. That's what they're trying to figure out tonight, is how do we create that offense? How do we find a way to get the ball in the end zone, whether it be on the ground, through the air, whatever we're going to do. And I would assume on the ground is what they'll try with the way Dexter struggled defensively.
Yeah, and Jim, tonight is homecoming for Dexter. Folks are still filing in, long lines. Looks like it's going to be a big, big crowd on hand. Do you have the information from our homecoming court tonight on hand, or do we need to wait a little bit later on the broadcast for that?
I don't have it handy. Let's do it a little later in the broadcast.
So we will get you folks at home all that information back for who was in the homecoming court, who got second place, the winners, all that will be later when we come back. Folks, real quick, we're going to take a 30-second break. We will be back here for the coin flip and get you back to the information, hopefully about homecoming when we come back. Stay tuned. Don't go away. We're live here in Dexter on the A-Court Media Networks.
At Young Real Estate, we're Southeast Missouri, just like you.
We are parents.
We are teachers.
We are grandparents.
We are active in our community.
We are patriots.
Serving all of Southeast Missouri, and we are here for you.
We are young.
Back in Dexter, Missouri again, it is homecoming night for the Dexter Bearcats. Both teams 0-3, so we are looking to see who's going to get in the win column first. And, Jim, I'm going to try to get this turned over to you very quickly so you can go through our homecoming information.
Sure. So our candidates this year, the tennis team had nominated Grace Marvel and Elisa Howell. The volleyball team nominated Rachel Cobb and Caitlin Giles. The football cheer team, their candidates were Emma Sparkman and Callista Whitaker. The football team's candidates, Bella Cook and Kyla Hill. And the cross-country team, Allie Lee and Abby Lloyd, were nominated by that cross-country team. To the second alternate tonight for the homecoming court, Kyla Hill. The first alternate, Elisa Howe. And the homecoming queen for 2022 for the football homecoming, Allie Lee. Congratulations to Allie. She was presented the crown by the retiring queen, Juliana Riviera. So congratulations to all those ladies, in particular to Allie Lee.
All right, we are getting ready for football action here. Want to update you folks. Caden Kennedy, he had been out surgery this week. Heard the surgery went well. He should be back and ready for baseball season. His football season is over, but hate to lose him. Fantastic kid and tough loss for the Bearcats. There you see Logan Josephate coming down just below us there, number 11, as he walked back onto the sidelines. So he is back tonight, as we noted.
Yeah, it's Caden Kennedy's a big loss. Anytime you only got 6 seniors and you lose one of your leaders, that's a tough loss. But what that does do is it gives one of those younger kids an opportunity to step up and prove themselves. So that's a good thing for one of the younger kids. Bad for Caden, but good for one of the younger kids.
So it looks like Dexter will be kicking off to East Prairie. And excuse me, folks, I'll get those numbers. Looks like number 5, Connor Markham, back to receive. And also the jersey is flipped up, Jim, and I cannot get the other number over there.
Yeah, I can't tell either, Bobby.
I'm thinking it's Demarion Evans, maybe number 21, but I can't see that for sure. Dexter will have Levi DeMint kicking this off. Want to let you guys know that tonight's game is being brought to you by Bank of Advance. From a traditional banking service to internet and mobile banking products, Bank of Advance is proud to help you meet any financial needs. And we are ready for kickoff. Week 4 is underway. DeMint kicks it deep. That'll be Markham to take it at his 2. He's got it. Bring it upfield. That is Jet Graham. Takes him down there. Nice tackle, Jet Graham.
Boy, that was a fantastic open field tackle right there and puts East Prairie. We've got a flag on the play right off the bat from the far side of the field there. We'll see what that is. But a great tackle by Jet Graham there, open field, and puts East Prairie in a hole right off the bat.
Well, Jim, so you're back in the broadcast booth tonight. Glad to have you back. You've been on vacation, so to speak. I guess keeping grandkids is called vacation nowadays, isn't it?
Grandkids it is. Kids, not so much. Grandkids, it is a vacation. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. It was a good time. Hated missing that Sykeston game, but I'm not so sad that I missed the second half maybe. But I'm looking forward to some Bearcat football tonight, and interested to see some good defense here, hopefully from them, and some offense from East Prairie. Hopefully have a good football game.
So that's an unsportsmanlike conduct against Dexter and another unsportsmanlike against East Prairie, so those will offset. So no yardage on the play. Jim, real quick, I want to say a big happy birthday to my neighbor, Piper Jace Kennedy. She turns, I believe, 10 either today or tomorrow. I forgot now, but I told her I would wish her a happy birthday. So, Piper, happy birthday, and we are about ready to go here. Dexter will start in a 3-man front. Last 2 weeks, Dexter's shown a lot of blitz packages. Alford's been mainly the one to blitz from him. Here's a run up the middle. Man, look at the line go for East Prairie.
Nice push by the line there, and Dexter apparently does not think there's going to be a lot of passing going on because they had all 11 guys pretty much in the box right there.
Yeah, but it looks like Dexter needs to find ways to stop the run and selling out, putting all 8 guys in it. Big line there as we will try to get that ran down for you at some point from East Prairie. Big kids. There's again, that goes up the middle. Going to be first down yardage for East Prairie, it looks like.
It sure is. Nothing fancy there, Bobby. They're just taking the ball and running it straight up the gut, running behind the guards in the center, and they've got a first down. Tackle in there for the Bearcats that time. It looked like Garrett Coons was one of the kids in there on the tackle.
Dexter, 2 big guys up front as well. That is Coons, and that's 79 is Coons, and 71 is Colin Simpkins. In the middle, number 57, Landon Weathers. Timeout, far sideline by the official there.
Trying to get the chains set up, I believe, over there correctly.
They are set, and we're back to action. Markham, nobody in the backfield. He's got a man there tight to him, and that's going to be another short gain this time. Looks like a decent gain, actually. That's 4 yards, I'd say, on his first down there.
Ryder Williams in on the tackle along with the rest of the Bearcats. Just all right there in the middle of the field. They've not moved from that left hash mark very much at all so far.
Second 5.
Everything is straight up field and methodically slow. Dexter's going to have to find a way to get in the penetration there. And again, they just push forward. Well, Jim, it makes for a boring night of calling games.
It does, yeah. There's not a lot to say that your tackles and your 2 defensive tackles, your nose guard, making most of the tackles because it's coming right at them. Linebackers a little bit, but not much happening.
But from an East Prairie standpoint, they're slowing the game, ball control. They want to keep this thing low scoring, it looks like.
Exactly.
And of note, they have found out Dexter has struggled with the run, and so far already tonight.
Little jet sweep there.
That's taken down. That is number 5. That is Markham on the carry.
Had Levi DeMint, I believe, in there on one of the tackles possibly. But it's a first down for East Prairie.
And Jim, I think Dexter probably wants to see them stretch plays like that more so to get people involved. And right now it just looks like they're struggling up front. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a bigger body come to this game later on after this set maybe. Again, straight forward. That is number 6, I believe, there, Tavian Ware.
And really, Bobby, it's been very effective so far. I mean, they've picked up about 5 every time. If you do that, it used to be 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Well, now it's AstroTurf, but no dust. But they're being very effective, just running it right up the gut.
There's a hand. He goes to Ware again. He is stopped at the line of scrimmage there. A host of Bearcats have got him, stood him up.
things a little chippy in there right off the bat.
Colin Simpkins comes out of the huddle with the ball, hold it up, but they're going to blow him dead there.
Yep. Be third down here for East Prairie.
So Dexter finally gets the stop they need, and they need another one here on third if they'd like to get this ball back.
3 minutes already off the clock for East Prairie, just grinding it out.
East Prairie does not look to be changing game plans. They'll stay in a tight formation again under center. There's a pitch, number 1 here. He's going to cut it back upfield and just short of the first, I believe.
Yeah, it's going to be awful close. That second effort, he had some nice second effort there.
Williams, the ball carrier.
He was.
That's going to be first down. They're giving it to him. They're moving the chains. Initially, I thought he had stopped short, but he gets the push there and gets across.
He just had real nice continuation, kept those legs driving up there. But right now, Bobby, do you try to maybe shoot a linebacker in there to try to fill a hole somehow up the middle? There's a good job defensively.
You know what? That's what I'm wondering if I'm Dexter. There's nobody looking to pass. You can pull a corner at that spot maybe, or a linebacker, put in another big body up front. And you've got to stop linemen from pushing you downfield right now.
Right. I would absolutely agree with that.
Jim, big crowd on hand tonight. They are still filing in outside the gates. I can see the line backed up. Big crowd on hand here in Dexter tonight. Markman's in motion. Pitch goes outside to him, and Dexter's going to try to cut him off. He gets first down yardage and more down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. So first time you see East Prairie stretch it tonight, and it's success.
I believe that was Devin Turnbow with the freshman with the tackle, but you're right. You look so much, I think, Bobby, in the middle, and once they do go outside, it's tough to adjust to that quickly.
Well, you want to see Dexter linebackers there get a better angle to set an edge, but they're crashing in a little bit. Here's Markman in motion, and we're going to get a flag.
Procedure. It'll be procedure, I believe, on East Prairie there.
False start against the Eagles. 5-yard penalty.
And that's the first sort of negative thing that's happened to East Prairie offensively so far tonight. They've just moved this ball. They started out on about the 17 or 18, I think, so they've had a really nice opening drive to start the ball game. And it's really just been, like we were talking, just between guards, and except for that one big run between the guard and two guards in the center.
Back under center's East Prairie now. Hand goes up the middle. No gains. Bounce it outside now, and he's going to get big yardage there. And East Prairie fumbles the football. That is, East Prairie recovers. Luckily, he is going to lay at about the 26-yard line.
That was Braden Cade, I believe, and just lost it. Nobody touched him or anything. He just lost it and was able to fall on, like you mentioned. Brings up second and about 3.
You don't see the open field fumble very often, Jim, but that was it.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Back under center, that's Markham in motion. Pitch outside to him. He has got it upfield and taken down, looks like, by 25, Logan Pullum, and 57, Landon Weathers.
Yep. But another first down for East Prairie, and they're doing a little bit better job now of mixing the jet sweep in along with the straight up the gut, and Dexter's not adjusting to that very, very well. And like you mentioned, Bobby, Dexter has struggled with the run, and East Prairie knows that, and they're just keeping it constantly on the ground.
Jim, this is the quietest I have ever heard a packed stadium.
Yeah, you're right. It is very quiet.
East Prairie back again under center. Man comes in short motion there. That's number 1. Upfield, several Bearcats try to get him and stack him up finally. That is number 10, DeMint, and 57, Weathers in on the play.
Pickup of about 4 on the play, though. And they've averaged about 4 to 5 on every touch pretty much, and that is going to be a successful night offensively if you can do that.
Wyatt Williams was the ball carrier for East Prairie.
That was a little different look that time, Bobby, though, with the inside sweep sort of as opposed to the outside sweep.
A lot of confidence from East Prairie in their line tonight so far. Here's a run up the middle. That is where he is hit by several Bearcats and stopped for a short gain.
Bring up third down. Of course, they're in 4-down territory here, no question, down inside the red zone.
Third down for the Eagles.
As a matter of fact, they are in the East Prairie is in the Young Real Estate red zone. That's prime real estate for scoring. For all your real estate needs, see Young.
Looks like Jet Graham had checked in at linebacker, and I believe that is maybe R.J. Farmer has checked out. Here's the sweep to the far side. That is going to be taken down for a loss right there. Good for Dexter. That is Jet Graham in on the tackle.
Yeah, Nolan Alford, though, really made that play. He turned that ball carrier back inside and let the rest of the team pursue and get there.
And, Jim, that's something that, when I talked to Coach Greg Lemica, the defensive coordinator for Dexter at the game, that's one thing he's talking about, contain. That's what he wants his guys to do. Turn it back into those linebackers so they can clean up and happen there.
Yep, got to do that. You got to keep them inside. So 4th down.
4th and long. It's 4th and 6. Here comes a play. That'll be a rollout. Looking for a pass. Throws it toward the end zone and over his man. Incomplete. So Dexter will take over. Broken up by number 1. That is Devin Turnbow.
Well, the defense bent, but it did not break. And the big play there on 3rd down when they contained the ball carrier, forced the throw, and I don't think that's really what East Prairie wants to do, is throw the ball very much with the freshman quarterback, but gave the Bearcats the ball 1st down.
So Dexter will come out. Howard will lead his team. He's number 17, the quarterback. He will have R.J. Farmer behind him right now in the pistol formation. Bottom of your screen is 22 Graham. Slot is Nolan Alford, 32. And the top of the screen there, that's Alford in motion. Handed to Farmer up the middle for a short game. Top of your screen that is Juan Cuavez, number 16, the other wingback.
Bobby, I would guess with the way, if their defensive line is as good as their offensive line was that first series, the Bearcats are going to have to get the ball a little bit outside, it looks like, and try to get outside of that defense a little bit.
And with a young team, stretching that field, you can get guys out of position sometimes. So interesting point you bring up there. That's Alford in motion. He'll take the hand, takes it far side. He's got it upfield and more. He's got it now to the 30. 1st down yardage for Dexter, so Nolan Alford on the carry.
Brought down there by number 8, Tucker Parker, the freshman quarterback and defensive back for East Prairie. Nice run there by Nolan on the outside. Bearcats in a hurry-up offense here to try to get something going.
Jim, proud moment for me as a dad, but generally when he's touched the ball this year, it's been 1st down yardage runs. So I would expect to see him involved in that jet sweep game a lot tonight. Another one, Lee Michael McDonald, when he touches it, I mean, he just seems to make kids miss and move, and he can get upfield in a hurry. Howard again has it. Alford in motion. Back to Alford again, coming near side. He's going to cut it upfield. Nice move, Alford there. He is down to the 40. Another 1st down. That's down to the 46 now. So 2 1st down runs for Nolan Alford so far on this drive.
And give R.J. Farmer a big assist on that from his wide receiver spot. He came out and threw a great block to spring Nolan there for the 1st down. Really nice job by Farmer.
So, right now what I see, Dexter's trying to loosen up a defense right here. Be ready for Howard to go long, I believe, Jim. Dexter slow getting a play called in right now. Play clock down to 9-8. They'll need to hurry. Down to 5, 4, 3, and they just get it off. Hand back to Alford again. He'll try to get that upfield, cuts it up well, and another 1st down run, Nolan Alford. Have yourself a game.
That's about 11 there for Nolan. He's got about 35 already here in this drive. Nice 1st down, and give the tackle and the end on that side some credit as well. They're sealing their man off on each side of the field to let that jet sweep work out.
Offer to check out. Liam Michael McDonald now, number 7, checks in. Good to see Peyton Gerald back for the Bearcats this week. He was out with I believe, concussion protocol last week. I believe that's correct. He's back starting at right tackle this week.
And there's 5, I believe, on East Prairie. I believe Howard drew him off.
Encroachment against the Eagles. 5-yard penalty. 1st and 5 for the Bearcats.
So Bearcats down with the 1st and 5. Now, Bobby, would be a great time to go deep.
And I believe you said he hasn't passed the ball yet. And like I said, they're loosening up a defense. I think you're going to see him go there at some point. Graham has single man coverage here on the bottom of your screen.
Double safeties for East Prairie.
Here's Lee Michael McDonald. He's got the ball. He's going to try to cut that upfield and does. Look at him go. Here he is down to the 30, now to the 20, and they're going to try to tip him out. Touchdown,
he's
McDonald.
In all the way. Tightrope walk down the sideline. And I didn't see who threw the block out here, but it was a great block by, I believe, was one of the wide receivers to spring him the rest of the way for the Bearcat touchdown.
But, Jim, I told you he's electric when he touches the football, and he showed it there.
He is quick. First time I've seen him, I had to miss the first game. He is a quick kid right there.
And of note, every play Dexter ran except one was a jet sweep.
You're exactly right. They figured out that East Prairie can't contain, or it hasn't been able to contain, at least it looks like, outside.
And the outside speed, we've talked about it last broadcast we had, Dexter. Their team speed this year is phenomenal. They did lose 2 of them, which Joseph Pate is back limited this week, but their team speed is still very strong. Demand on for the extra point. It's up and good. So Dexter takes a 7-0 lead, 2:41 left. We'll take a 30-second break and be back here on the A-Corp Media Networks.
It takes a lot to make a home, and no one knows that better than WW Wood. It takes a plan and a steady hand to start the process, the knowledge and know-how to make those necessary cuts, craftsmanship to shape out an idea, and the artistry to add in the fine details and final touches. Our employees are right there with you, bringing it all together to make a quality and custom product that makes your home uniquely yours. So thank you for allowing WW Wood to make your house feel like a home.
We're back here in Dexter Homecoming, and it looks like the crowd has finally made its way all the way in, so everyone's in here tonight. And I don't know if we've got a camera panning the crowd or not, but, man, what a beautiful sight here.
A lot of red and white over there for the Bearcats, and a nice opening drive for the Bearcats after they get the stop on defense on a 4th down. Then just a nice offensive series, running the football on every play. They went down the field about 80 yards and finally took it in by Lee Michael McDonald. Just a nice opening drive.
So DeMint is ready to kick that away. It is Markham back deep again, and that is booted very well. It's going to send him back to his own end zone. That is a junior sending that back there. Nice return there from Markham. He's got it up, taken down by number 15, Ryder Williams. So just shy of the 30 is where East Prairie will start this drive. Very impressive kick, Jim, from Levi.
I was going to say, Levi DeMint is a little bit of a weapon. That's 2 kicks very, very deep, and we've not had that for a number of years, and it's really nice to see a kid who kicks the ball like that.
Since I've been calling Dexter football, I've never seen a Dexter Bearcat kick it that far.
Yeah, that was a dandy kick. So
Dexter comes back out. They're going to be in their 3-man front again. They're flanked by Alford 32 and 25, Logan Pullum there as the outside backers. R.J. Farmer back in the game in the middle. That's a pitch wide side, and number 13, and met there and taken down. Ryder Williams, the first man to hit him. Looks like Trip Shoemaker on the carrier.
Yeah, DeMint in there as well, and that was a nice adjustment after the first series right there to get that to stop that in the backfield. Because if you put this East Prairie team as they're young and into a 2nd and long, 3rd and long, I think it's going to be a tough night for them offensively.
That was actually Brian Bizan, the ball carrier. He's a sophomore, number 13. So Dexter's first negative play of the day, and it's a big one. Sends them back 2nd and 15 now. Play up the middle. That's where the ball carrier, he's going to line pushes well, but they take him down just shy of the original line of scrimmage.
Just an old-fashioned, straight up the gut run right there. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 10. So we'll see if East Prairie wants to put the ball in the air or not here.
Well, Jim, you've got to do something for big yardage. Their runs have been good for 4 or 5, but not 10, generally speaking. So we'll see what they do. They have Ware in the backfield.
Parker on the year, the quarterback, Tucker Parker, is 10 of 28 for 114 yards and I think 1 TD.
Here we go, tight formation. Parker hikes that, hands it to Ware up the middle again, and Dexter's going to stop him there. So no gain to speak of, maybe 2. So that's going to bring up 4th and long.
Those big defensive linemen from Dexter are going to have to get a break at some point. They're going to have some substitutions because they're going to wear out because they are really taking a pounding in there.
Well, for Dexter, you'll have Garrett Coons only plays defense. He did have a nice game last week, and I thought some plays up the middle he made. Colin Simpkins, both sides of the football, so we'll see if maybe they try to push Rasher in there some on offense.
Right.
But it looks like East Prairie now shows that, that they think they're going to be good enough maybe to make this, or not enough confidence in kicking game. They're in the shotgun, 3 wide at the top. Quick bubble screen out to Ware. He's got it, and he is taken down short of the first.
So turnover on downs, and Bobby, I this early in the ball game, unless you have no punter at all, I think you got to try to kick the football away.
And it's only a 7-0 game, but now Dexter has a chance, 23.1, and I figured you're going to see East Prairie try to keep this slow down, ball control, keep the score close, and maybe look into one.
Right, but you got to have that field position on that, and a punt would have done that. But now, this could be the spot where we see Howard possibly take it down the field. Like I said, two safeties, not deep though for East Prairie. This would be the time you get your wide receiver down the field to the post.
Watch the seam route right here. Here's Alford on the near side coming to us. He's going to get that outside now down to the 30, to the 20, and big hit there. He's out of bounds at about the 16-yard line.
Juan Cuevas with a great block once again to spring Nolan there on the outside, and that jet sweep has just been incredibly effective.
Well, Alford now already over 50 yards rushing in just the first quarter.
Yep.
Dexter will have one more chance, 16.7 left on the clock. Howard in the gun. And he gets him to jump. Trademark signal so far for Howard this year.
Has he done that well?
Yes, he's been able to give the hard count, so he's definitely worked on to get his game moving in that direction.
Second down and our first down and 5 now for the Bearcats.
He'll reset, has Graham, lone man up top in the screen up there. That's Alford in motion. Hand goes to Farmer up the middle, makes one man miss and taken down. Looks like number 1 in on the tackle. That is Wyatt Williams. And Harvey also, number 51, in on the tackle as well.
And that's going to end our first quarter, Bobby, and it'll be Dexter 7 and East Prairie nothing as we go here to the end of the first quarter.
We're going to take a quick 30. We'll let them reset on the other end. We'll be back live here at homecoming weekend in Dexter, Missouri. Don't go away, folks.
First State Bank and Trust is more than just products and services. We're there for you for your first paycheck, buying a home, opening a small business, starting a family, or planning to retire, and everything in between. We're the local bank you know and trust for all of your financial needs. Visit fsbtrust.com or stop by your local First State Bank and Trust to explore all of your financial options. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back here. Jim, a lot of games going on in the area. Do you have any updates for us early in the evening?
I do. First quarter, Farmington 14, Sykeston nothing. That's at Farmington. We have the Park Hill Central leads Cape Central 7-0 in the first quarter as well. New Madrid County Central 7-0 over Donovan in New Madrid County. Chaffee 7-0 over Malden. That's at Chaffee. Kennett is at Crowsville tonight. Kennett leads 8-6 in the first quarter, and Portageville leads Scott City 8-7 in the first quarter at Portageville. And that's what I've got. I think Hayti plays tomorrow afternoon, so those are the games we'll be following tonight. We'll also try to keep up with Poplar Bluff Jackson, and that'll be the other big game we'll watch, I think.
What a game, Portageville and Scott City. Scott City's not a bad team at all. Portageville seems to be the real deal, putting up big numbers offensively this year, also throwing a couple of shutouts on defense, so big game there to keep an eye on. Dexter's got it now. It is
second and 1, I believe.
I'm looking at the board there. I saw first, but 2nd and 1. Here's Cuevas in motion. He gets the hand, tries to cut that inside, now bounces it out, and is hit and taken down at about the 2-yard line. Looks like he may be actually at the 1. So
and that puts the Bearcats in the red zone, into the Young Real Estate red zone, as a matter of fact. That's prime real estate for scoring. For all your real estate needs, see Young Real Estate.
So 1st and goal, Bearcats. Howard will be in a gun. Pistol formation has Farmer behind him. I would have to think they're going to take this straight up the middle to Farmer. Here's Alford in motion. Hand goes to Farmer, and touchdown, Dexter.
Well, 35 yards after the turnover on downs from the 35. A quick little 35-yard drive, Bobby, and it's 13-0 Dexter all of a sudden. And so far, Mr. Howard has not had to do much except turn around and hand it off. He's had an easy night so far.
Correct, it is. Dexter showing a different formation tonight on offense as they are set up to go extra point, I believe. That is, well, they may be going for two. This is Ryder Williams here. He gets the snap.
Huh.
And
illegal procedure, I'm going to say, I guess. Procedure on the Bearcats. I don't know if it was the setup or somebody wasn't set or what. But that'll move it back. That was an interesting formation there.
Interesting, and I got to think if Coach Jamerson's going to show it, it's going to be early. If Dexter continues to extend a lead, he's got to show it now or he won't show it at all. So
exactly right.
They will go for the extra point now as Williams will hold for Dement.
Now we get that 5 yards back as East Prairie jumps offside.
But, Jim, it makes it really tough when you have penalties on an extra point try.
Yeah, it does. It does. You're exactly right. So Dexter will move it back a little closer. It's nice to have, as we were talking about the kicking game, though, Bobby, it's really nice to have a kid who you feel pretty comfortable with. I know he didn't really barrel it through the uprights in that first extra point, but he certainly has made quite a few. It's nice to have confidence in that.
Got a text real quick from my friend Kevin Rohn. Let me know. It sounds as if Hayti may have forfeited their game for tomorrow. So, not sure that is up and through the uprights and good from Dement. So sends Dexter up now 14-0. 11:50 to go in a second. We'll be back here in Dexter in 30.
The best fall tradition in Northeast Arkansas is back, Pumpkin Hollow. Make sure to try out all the exciting things that Pumpkin Hollow has to offer. Get in the action on the breathtaking zip lines. Get up close and personal with the friendly farm animals. Get lost in the enormous corn maze. Get your thrills at the scariest haunted attractions in Northeast Arkansas. And don't forget to pick out the perfect pumpkin or fall decoration to take home and enjoy. Only at Pumpkin Hollow, the fall tradition for the entire family.
We're back. Dexter in command of this one, 14-0. And Jim, outside of that first set right there where East Prairie moved the ball straight up the middle, it has come to a screeching halt for them right now.
It has on their offensive end. The Bearcats on offense, Dexter 115 yards tonight, or right at 115 yards, all on the ground here in this first quarter in 10 seconds, and they've moved it very well that way. And you're right. That first series, Bobby, they really did a nice job. East Prairie did move the ball in the middle, but the Bearcats stiffened up there, and the last series not so much. So we'll see what they want to come out here. And at some point, you've got to believe East Prairie is going to have to open it up a little bit and throw the ball a little bit to try to soften that up a little, because the Bearcats have 10 guys, 11 guys in the box right now within 7 or 8 yards of the line of scrimmage.
That is Dement. He will kick that off. He has got kicking that to Markham, and I'm still struggling on that.
I think that's Evans, maybe. I think you're right. I think that was 21 Evans.
Just for fun and games, we will call it Evans. Looks like Markham will go back again to his 2-yard line, drops it, picks it back up, trying to get it upfield now, and Graham again. Graham is showing himself as a hitter right now in this football game. Big tackle there for Jet.
Yeah, and two great special team stops for Graham, and gets down the field nicely and is not afraid to put his body into it. Good play.
So they will take over ball at the 15. Logan Joseph, nice to see him back in the game for these reps. Number 11 there, he's at safety. Again, limited reps for him tonight, but great to see him back on the field. Looks like East Prairie will come out now in the shotgun. Parker has Ware to his side. Snap, he's got it. Quick look, straight downfield, and well overthrown. Jim, real quickly, he stared his man down the whole time.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. If the defensive backs see that, we'll see an interception at some point. You're exactly right.
And for Dexter, too, they weren't outrun. So Dexter's speed is going to match up probably better this game watching that play.
This is one of the quicker Dexter teams I remember in a number of years as well. They've got some nice speed out there.
And don't forget, we lost 2 kids, and like I said, Joe Spate's back now, but one of them over there on with a scooter and a cast, who was running 4.5s.
Right.
And Dexter stacks him up at the line there. East Prairie right back. You know, and maybe a little backwards there if I'm East Prairie. First down, I'm coming out, and I'm going to try to get the yardage up front and then take a chance on second down. But nonetheless, Dexter stacks him up. Going to be short gain of 1, so 3rd and 9 from the 16.
Big Garrett Coons in there on the tackle along with a number of other Bearcats to bring up the 3rd down.
3rd down, looks like East Prairie should be back in a passing down here.
Yeah, they brought in a number of wide receivers, I think. They brought in a different package from the bench. 3 kids came in, though they're still in a pretty tight formation.
Back under center. Here's the play. There's going to be a rollout there.
Yep. But we're going to have procedure because they didn't get set before the snap.
Even on procedure, Weathers that time really just busted through the line. Pullum also getting up the field there. Looks like Dexter is going to have that one sniffed out. So 3rd and 14 for East Prairie.
Well, if you're Dexter, Bobby, and you've had last week, of course, they got beat by New Madrid pretty soundly. But the other 2 games they were in felt like they probably could have won. They're anxious for a really hard-fought, good win tonight.
And Coach Jamerson would love to have his win against any of those first 3, but tonight would be special for him. Here's a play up the middle, hit hard there. I'm not sure that is Levi DeMint.
That's pretty good when your kicker makes that kind of tackle, isn't it?
Yes, it is. He left his number 10 imprint on the other player's jersey, hit him so hard there.
Yep, that was a great play. He's playing some linebacker, and that was a really nice play by Levi. It'll bring up a 4th down.
So it looks like a punt situation coming. That is number 6, Ware. He is the guy standing at the edge of his end zone.
He's a freshman, as are a lot of these kids from East Prairie.
Nobody back for Dexter. Here's a kick up, short kick. Weathers almost got that. Going to take an East Prairie bounce and come down to about the 38-yard line is where the road did. As Dexter will be back on offense. So they rolled through this one pretty nicely so far. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. All of it on the ground so far tonight.
All of it on the ground. And defensively, after that first little series, they've made some really nice adjustments and to put themselves where they've forced a punt and a turnover on down. So been a nice all-around effort by the Bearcats so far.
Jim, you look down on the field right now, and incomplete. Just not a whole lot of energy here tonight, and it's kind of unfortunate. Dexter making some runs, but it seems like some of this energy's been zapped right out of this game.
Yeah, I would agree.
Howard in the gun. That's Quavez in motion. He gets it, takes it far side, looks for an angle, and cuts it back. Nothing there, and it's going to be stacked up for a loss.
Really nice job defensively of East Prairie of stringing that out that time. They've been beaten on that jet sweep a number of times early in the ball game. They did a nice job of stringing it out there, and a loss of about 3.
Looks like that was number 51, Rhett Harvey, on the tackle for East Prairie. 2nd down, Dexter now.
We may see our first pass of the night from the Bearcats, Bobby, right about here.
They do have 1 safety back, but man-to-man right now, I like Graham. I like the speed there. I like his ability to get upfield. You just throw that thing up and let him go up for a one-on-one. Here's Alford in motion. Going to be a hand to Alford. Looks to cut it up, and he is stacked up. So no gain there. That's going to be 3rd and long for Dexter.
Brought down that time by Ramondo Yanez, I believe, a senior for East Prairie, and it'll bring up as you said, a long 3rd down for the Bearcats.
Alford the ball carrier. 3rd down for the Bearcats.
So 3rd and 14 to go. Dexter will need to dial up something big here.
Nice adjustment by the East Prairie defense in this series with the jet sweeps.
Slant pattern could be wide open. 1-on-1 again up top.
Yeah.
No safety help. Howard looks,
there
slant pass, and there's Graham.
And he dropped
football. Good hands there, but number 15 getting in there. That is Tripp Shoemaker.
Yeah, he knocked that away at the last second. Good defensive play, but you're right. That one-on-one, one step more, and that was a touchdown.
Well, and it is to your best receiver. Probably has better speed there. I like the deep ball instead. When the safety pulled to this side of the field, Jim, I thought Dexter had the look they wanted.
I think that maybe is what Ethan Stevens is having a discussion down there with Jackson Howard about that right now, about, hey, you sort of looked at that guy. Let's look at, there was another spot maybe.
Here's Quavez, kicks it away.
Nice punt.
Good punt there. That is Markham takes it at his 26, and Devin Turnbow wraps him up, short gain to the 29. So that's where East Prairie will take over.
You know what? The Turnbow kid played quarterback, of course, on the 8th grade group last year. He's just a really nice athlete.
Good athlete, getting in action in the freshman. Interesting to see where he will. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves next year, but where he slots in next year. Dexter does not graduate a linebacker 1 now. You do graduate a safety. Does he slot into a safety? They graduate both corners. Could he slot in there? Interesting picture that they have coming up next year with him.
Yeah, and a lot of good experience coming up with this Dexter group. Like I said, with not many seniors out there, so you got a lot of these kids that will be back next year and should really have a lot of good experience.
Watching 7th and 8th grade yesterday, the Warnick kid really impressed me. Good speed there.
Yes, really good speed.
He's one to keep your eye on.
You bet.
There's a hand up the middle to Ware. He gets stacked up, still pushing forward.
I'll give the running backs from East Prairie some credit. There's not been really holes there. They've just sort of had to follow through and keep their feet driving and are picking up 3 or 4 at a time that way.
Well, it reminds me several years ago, Dexter had Coach Goldger to come in, and they had a wing tee offense and just really ball control. And the dangers of that offense are trying to keep that clock down. You're down 14-0. One more score from Dexter, now you're in a pass offense because you can't play this offense and keep up all night long.
Exactly.
You've got to play ahead in this offense. Tight formation again, Ware's hands down into the ground. Here's a hand straight up the middle to him. Dexter stacks him up well.
Good job in there. I can't say enough about the middle of that defensive line and the linebackers for the Bearcats right there. And that also, I believe, was Jackson Graham who was in on that tackle from his corner spot.
Looks like a 3rd and 6 to go here for East Prairie. Again, back to the tight formation under center. Looks like Markham, he's a man turned toward the line, so he may get a pitch and try to cut it up through the middle of the offensive line here. Man in motion there. That's pitched outside, sniffed out well. Logan Pullum, look at that. What a play.
Great play by Pullum there from his linebacker spot to come in and first off just to contain and then also make the tackle. Great play and bring up a 4th down.
Well, Jim, I want to comment on Logan Pullum. As a younger kid, I coached him some, and he was a tweener. Is he going to be a lineman or is he going to be maybe a skills position kid? And what he has done working out in the weight room, getting his body in shape, paying attention to what he eats, he has made himself a guy who plays every snap of the game. He plays tight end, and he also plays a linebacker spot. He's increased his speed that way he runs, so great job of him. Almost blocked by Nolan Alford there. That is Farmer. He'll bring that upfield. He's got room to run. Now crosses the 40, now down to the 30, cuts it back upfield on a sideline, and he's going to go all the way. R.J. Farmer.
Unfortunately, there's a flag down here about the 40-yard line, but I don't know that you'll see any better moves from a kid all season right there. I'm afraid we're going to get either a hold or a block in the back down here at about the 40.
You look at, it's a shame they lost Kennedy because Kennedy was a power runner, straightforward, to see the hole, hit the hole, and go. Farmer is the shifty kid, so they would have complemented each other so well this season. I was excited to see that backfield this year.
See what the call is exactly. Whether I thought I saw somebody grab a jersey over there maybe on a block, and I think that's what they probably got. So they'll go back 10.
Looks like it's going to be a hold. It is.
Yep. Somebody got their hands out a little too far there, but great run still right there.
Dexter will go 3 wide, bottom of the screen here. Coach Jamerson getting his play called in. That is Jet Graham in the backfield. He will give Farmer a breather, and we will get a breather as well. There's timeout on the field. We'll take one up here. Folks, don't go away. When we come back, Mr. Reicher will have a few score updates for you.
Some scores from other games around the area. Farmington leads Sykeston 21-0 right now, and that is in the second quarter. Scott City and Millwood still 0-0, I believe. Park Hill Central leads Cape Central 19-0. That's an opponent of the Dexter Bearcats later on. Park Hill Central is. Jackson Poplar Bluff 0-0 in the first. New Madrid County Central 14-0 over Donovan. Chaffee still with a 7-0 lead over Malden. Portageville leads Scott City 16-14. Sorry about that. And Kennett leads Crothersville 16-6. So that's where we're at on score so far.
So, Jim, earlier this week, Port Media's team had the chance to sit down with Brittany Crane and discuss her affiliation with FCA and how it has impacted her life and those around her. So stay tuned for a quick testimonial from her. Here's Jackson. He looks for the deep ball. He's got a man. That is Graham, and just out of reach of Graham. So Dexter finally decided to throw it there and just out of the reach, and that would have gone for 6 had it been completed. But anyway, you know, for her, it's her testimony about the head volleyball coach for the Campbell Camels, and then to follow up what is to come in the second half of this game. So you'll want to stay tuned to hear what she has to say about that. Jim, you were saying.
Well, I was going to say Jackson slowed up just a little bit there as he was trying to make an adjustment, and that just went past his fingertips by just an inch or two because he was 10 yards behind the defense. It was an easy touchdown if he makes the catch.
You know, and that's interesting. For a sophomore, Jackson Howard throws a very good deep ball.
He does.
Here's Alford in motion. Hand will go to Farmer up the middle. He's got it more. Good block by Alford there. And Farmer still on his feet, taking down first down yardage.
I've been impressed, Bobby, as much as anything with the running backs and the slot backs, the way they block. The offensive linemen block well, but a lot of times you'll see wide receivers and slot backs that aren't crazy about putting their body into a block if they don't have the football, and these kids really block well.
If you want to gain yourself playing time as a slot back, you better be able to block.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I remember blocking wide receivers. Hines Ward of the Pittsburgh Steelers, he used to have a money jar. You threw money into the jar for blocking, or if you missed a block, you threw money in.
Right.
So it was a very big deal to the Pittsburgh Steelers and their wide receivers of being very good blockers.
Going to have a penalty on the play, and I believe it'll go against East Prairie as an encroachment.
That's
offsides.
Hard count again by Howard.
Yep. So first and 5 inside the 30.
Ball sets us to 28. Dexter ready to strike again. They lead 14-0. Just a tick over 5 minutes left in this one in the second quarter. Want to let you know, coming up in the third quarter of this football game, hopefully if things don't get interrupted, we will have Josh Dowdy in the booth. We'll talk to him about Dexter Athletics and also the cross-country team. Jim, he has got a good one this year. Here is Farmer up the middle. He has got that taken down quickly. Looks like a 3-yard gain, so we'll call it 2nd and 2 coming up.
I believe that was Harvey, Rhett Harvey with the tackle there for New Madrid. 2nd down for Dexter. A little more up the gut run. East Prairie sort of stopped that jet sweep on the last series, so a little more up the middle running this time by R.J. Farmer.
I know a big win yesterday for Dexter's volleyball team, JV and varsity beating Bernie. Big matchup for them. Here's Howard, looks deep, goes deep. That is just over Graham again. He stopped running. If he runs, he catches that easily in the end zone.
He's just got to finish his routes. That's 2 times now. He's gotten open, but he's just got to finish that route because Jackson Howard, the quarterback, is assuming he's going to. He's throwing it that little bit deeper, and that's been the thing. And they'll watch that on film this week and get that fixed. You know, that's the good thing.
I think Coach Jason Comfort down there just watched it himself because he looked to be on Graham for that.
Well, he was open. He had him if he just kept running the route.
3rd and 3 now for Dexter. Offered in motion. That is handed to Farmer. He'll cut that back inside and
fumbled the football. East Prairie with the recovery.
Well, a big one there for Dexter. So you look at plays. A stopped route on that should have been 6 for Dexter, and now it turned into a fumble on the play.
Yep,
what a chain of events.
That's the thing. When you a mistake a lot of times multiplies itself, and that's the case here, and it'll be first down East Prairie. And this is the kind of game, Bobby, if you're Dexter, probably you should win, and you want to put a team away. You don't want to give them a chance to hang around at all and maybe make a big play or two and get back into it.
Tough one to lose there for Dexter as they hand that to East Prairie now. They will start with the ball on the 23-yard line.
That was the first turnover for either team tonight.
East Prairie back under center. They hand that to Ware, straight up the middle, stopped immediately. Looks like, I think that's Colin Simpkins there on that one.
That is right. It was Simpkins on that tackle, the big senior lineman.
And Jim, so far for Dexter, it's a slow game right now, but you've got to be impressed by the adjustments they've made against the run. You know, first drive they were having success, and now Dexter's found ways, adjusted right there. There's nothing happening in the middle of that football field for East Prairie so far.
You're exactly right, Bobby. And East Prairie's got to find a way to run some sort of jet sweep, throw the football, do something to open that up a little bit. And there's the jet sweep.
That's Ware coming near side. He is Simpkins again. Big man just moved right down the line like he should.
Yeah. Good job of playing off that block and getting out there.
And this is not a small line for East Prairie. I mean, these are not small boys. Dexter's having to work right here.
Right. No, they're having to work really hard out there. You're exactly right. But good job of working down that line, making the tackle. Third down. We'll see what East Prairie wants to call up here. We've got 3:50 to go here in the first half. Once again, Bobby, if you look out there, you've got the entire Dexter defense within 5 yards of the football. So somehow East Prairie is going to have to open it up a little bit.
Williams backs just a tad. Even Joseph Pate is sucked in here, and we're going to get
a delay
play
game.
Clock.
Yep, delay game.
Delay a game against the Eagles.
We've already struggled 3rd and long, and then looks like another 5 yards tacked on, so it's going to be 3rd and 11, it looks like.
Right. And that as a you know, that wasn't that was a quarterback issue. That came from the bench, that it took too long to get the play in right there. No question about it.
Clock starts back. It's going to tick under, we'll say close to 3:20 time this is snapped or lower. Here's a snap. It's a low one. He'll roll near side, turns back, and Dexter could not stop that, and that is up there. And big yardage and more there for Ware. One man to beat, and that is DeMint. Finally taken down. That was Williams actually tracked him down, but Dexter just missed knocking down the pass, and then it was a foot race all the way down inside that Young Realty red zone.
Nice misdirection there by East Prairie as they sent this jet sweep look this to the left side of the field and then threw back to the right side, and Dexter sort of bit on that misdirection. And you were right, Bobby. That moves East Prairie into the Young Real Estate red zone. Prime real estate for scoring right there. For all your real estate needs, see Young Real Estate.
Timeout, Dexter. We're going to slide one in as well. We'll be back here on the A-Corp Media Networks.
In a very short period of time, we've experienced amazing growth and success at Southeast Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. And through it all, we've had only one goal: to get you back to life. And when things get better, when you feel better, we'll be right here to cheer you on. Southeast Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, always by your side.
Well, the class of 1962 is being honored and noticed here tonight in Dexter. So the folks who can make it, glad to have you back here with us. Dexter finds themselves in a little bit of a hole. They have this East Prairie with the ball on the 17, 3:11 to go here, still in the second quarter.
And Bobby, East Prairie, except for one time, has not shown the desire to throw the ball down the field. Much more the screen pass. And that last situation, that's just got to be one of those situations where on the far side of the field, your linebacker, your defensive end over there has got to stay home. just got to stay home, and they sort of got sucked into this side, and then it was a foot race.
Well, and Pullum got upfield. He went for the ball. He almost had that. So there, if he tips it, could be a pick six. If not, it goes outside, and hopefully your safety slides over and fills a gap there.
Right.
But, hey, credit East Prairie for being creative and getting a play downfield for themselves.
Absolutely.
Really, first big play, only big play they've had tonight. Everything else has been short yardage on the ground.
Yep.
Here's Markham. He has that now. He'll come near side and missed there by Williams, and he's going to go in. Touchdown, East Prairie.
Connor Markham with the touchdown. Like we talked about, Bobby, if you let a team hang around, they make one big play, now all of a sudden they're back in the ball game. It's 14-6, one-score difference.
Well, I'm not sure, but it looked like linebacker contained, cutting back inside, and nobody there to clean it up.
No safety, right. I agree. I absolutely agree.
I'm sure that I will have the chance to study that tonight, as usually when Nolan gets home at night. Last weekend, midnight, we're watching film.
Exactly.
It's either Friday night or early Saturday morning. We break down our film and then the other team's film the next day. Here is rollout going for the 6, and it's going to be in. That is caught number 10 on that. That is Rudy. We're going to call it Rudy A because I don't know how to pronounce that one, Jim.
Nice catch there, too, because he was pounded there at the goal line and managed to get the ball across the end line, and it makes it 14-8 with 3:03 to go here before halftime. Now, the good thing is, Bobby, 3 minutes left, plenty of time for the Bearcats to get down and get a score.
And Dexter needs to probably go back to what they've had success in, spreading the field, hit a strike, maybe a bubble screen. The deep ball hasn't been there twice. It's a route issue. I can't believe you're going to fix a routing issue in the middle of the game.
Right.
Either he's going to run it or he's not, and he's shown it twice no. So I would throw bubble screens, get it moving some way there, get the passing game involved. Maybe who has been really good at the post route this year, Lee Michael McDonald. Just cuts it upfield about 10 yards and cuts it toward the middle of the field for some of the viewers who don't know the post route. He's basically just upfield and cut it toward the post, the goal post. So there I would see Dexter possibly getting something going, especially middle of the field if you look off a safety possibly. So a couple of things Dexter can do differently in the passing game. Here is Ware. He will kick that. Good kick for Ware. He sends McDonald back inside his 5. He'll bring that up now, crosses the 25.
Big
now
hole
up to
there.
The 30. He is electro with the ball. Look at him go. Lee Michaels get past the 50, the 40, cuts back, and Ware has him, stays on his feet.
There's going to be a
flag on the play, so McDonald's going to take it in for the score. We will see if it stands.
I don't know if it's a face mask. It could be a face mask there, or it's going to be a hold, one of the two. We'll see.
McDonald, electric with the ball in his hands, as we noted. He had to go backwards to get that and brings it all the way down. One man to beat, tries to sling him down, gets out of it, stays on his feet, and scores.
I think they may call we'll see here, a hold on the Bearcats there where the face mask on East Prairie. So that will be declined.
So touchdown, McDonald.
Boy, what a great run there. That's about a 96-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchdown for the Bearcats. Nice down here at about the 20-yard line. You can sort of see that lane open up, and then he turned on the Jets, cut it to the middle of the field, had one guy to beat him, and there he was gone to the races.
And Jim, player comparisons, McDonald reminds me a lot of R.J. Farmer. With a feet,
yes.
He can hop and move and make people miss very quickly. He's not the power guy who's going to lower the shoulder and hit somebody, but
right. But if he gets that opening, look out, because he has got quick feet. You're exactly right.
Now Dexter's going to change up. They will go for two
here.
Play.
Yep, absolutely, because they got it down to the 1.5, so they'll go for the 2-point conversion and try to make it a 16-point ball game. Well, I thought they might use up all 3 minutes to score that touchdown, Bobby, but only took about 15 seconds.
Jim, end of the game, number 73. That is Sawyer Rasher, I believe. He checks in. Simpkins out. So right there, Dexter's being smart, getting an offensive lineman a breather on this play.
Yep.
He'll be back out there on defense. Here's Howard. He's got offered in motion. Hands that up the middle. Farmer spins out of a move and does not get in.
Nope, doesn't get into it. And that's where you're missing that power runner a little bit, Bobby. You were talking about it. That's where you give it to your guy and just let him bull ahead for the 1.5 yards.
Yep, and that would probably be in this instance. Jet Graham, one thing I did notice out of Graham, maybe he doesn't get the carry there. Last week, I remember saying, just fall forward. He actually got hit and fell backwards.
Right.
That's a play he'll learn, you've got to fall forward. That would be the only reason I wouldn't send Graham in there maybe as a power runner to push it forward for one.
Right.
But I guarantee you that kid will learn it. I know he's been wanting the opportunity. He's got it this year, so expect to see him. And mentioning Rasher in there, part of that sophomore surge Dexter sees this year, if folks have subscribed to SEMO Ball, they talk about it there with the youth. You've got Rasher, you've got Peyton Hartline, Caden Lee. All three of those kids are seeing action this year at the varsity level on that offensive line. And then playmakers, you've got Alford, you've got McDonald, you've got Howard, Pullum. So you've got just a plethora of kids seeing the field as sophomores this year.
Right.
Fun football ahead in Dexter.
There is, and this freshman group is also a good, strong group, and you've got a bunch of good – I watched the 8th graders last night, a bunch of good 8th graders out there. So we've got 3 years at least, maybe 4 of classes back-to-back-to-back.
Here is DeMint. He'll kick that away. Dexter will have him back as well next year, just being a junior, so he puts that into the end zone.
That penalty was on the face mask was marked off on the kickoff, so they were kicking off from the East Prairie 45-yard line. We'll start off 1st and 10 from the 20, I believe. Still 20 in high school, correct? 25
yes,
in college
sir,
and the pros.
So. Sitting on the 20. So East Prairie finally found a strike. They 22-8. You look at the field right now, Jim, and I'm looking. A couple of seniors there, Simpkins and Joseph Pate. Quick pass, bounces. You've got Joseph Pate and Simpkins, and I believe Quavez maybe on the field as seniors. You've just got to be excited as a Dexter Bearcat, even defensively wise when you're looking there.
Absolutely. Well, when you've only got 5 healthy seniors on your roster, can't be a lot of them out there, but you're right. You're getting great experience for these juniors and sophomores, And that can only pay off next season.
Interesting for East Prairie there. They throw a quick play, bounces. I believe Dexter has 2 timeouts left, 2:43 on the clock. Man in motion. That is going to be handed to Ware. He is hit and stacked up, Alford in on the tackle there.
Alford and number 11, which is Joseph Pate, in on the tackle.
Looks like Alford's still down, slow to get up. Looks like an ankle for him.
Yep.
He's putting a little weight on it, so I would figure he's going to be back at some point.
Yeah, they get the trainers over here to take a look, and
they have checked it. Looks like 24. That's Connor Hills checked in. That's a freshman. So, Dexter's just stacked with a lot of youth in this football game. Here's a snap back to Ware. Nope. Quarterback keeps that. And no flag. I thought maybe a hold was coming in there, but stacked up there. That is actually, I believe, Wyatt Williams, number 13 on the play. Nope, Brian Brazen.
Brian Brazen, right. And brought down. That'll be 4th down with about 1:43 to go. Is this a place you'd take a timeout and see if force them to punt a little bit?
If I'm Dexter, I probably do. 4th down, see what happens.
So 4th and about 4 or so. Going to send Farmer back deep.
Farmer deep, where to kick it. He's got it. Kick is off. It's low.
Away from Farmer. He'll just let it roll down, and it'll go inside the 30 or right at the 30.
So Dexter will take over there. Folks, we're going to slip in another 30-second break. We'll come back to finish up the second quarter here in just a few from Dexter.
For over 100 years, Stoneville Cotton has helped farmers stay strong and win their growing seasons, delivering protection against key weeds and insects to maximize their yield potential. For more information, visit our website. Stoneville Cotton, own the early.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodations and services needed to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones. Mathis Funeral.
Back in Dexter, Missouri, here is Dexter. Howard tries to scramble, trying to get away, and he is down. So takes a loss on the play back to the 21.
Brett Harvey with the tackle in there. He's done a lot of nice things defensively for the Eagles tonight.
Second long for the Bearcats.
Don't know if now, Bobby, the question becomes, do you just run it out or do you try to go something long maybe here? They've got a deep safety back here. Markham is deep about 20 yards from the line of scrimmage. Now double deep safeties. They're not going to let anything get behind them.
I'm going to say maybe a quick slant. Then East Prairie takes a timeout, 23.9 left.
Their second charge timeout.
Yeah, you're right, Bobby. You might get a slant or something like that, an opportunity, but we'll see. Just a reminder that at halftime tonight, the Brittany Crane will discuss her affiliation with FCA and how it's impacted her life and those around her. So stay tuned for a quick testimonial from the head volleyball coach for Campbell, then follow up with what's to come in the second half of our ball game. The FCA is really picking up steam here in Southeast Missouri, Bobby. It's a great thing for the kids and for the communities they're in, and be glad to hear from Coach Crane there about her involvement in that.
Good news. Offers up, moving around. He is backpedaling, so looks to be he's going to be probably back and ready for this game. Looks to be moving around just fine down below us here, so got to think Dexter's going to want to at least pick up yardage here, get the clock, get the ball moving, close to a first down to keep East Prairie from wanting to call another one. They're probably just looking to take this thing to halftime, Jim, I would say.
Well, you would think so now. I think they basically had that timeout to say, don't let anybody get behind you. Don't do anything stupid like that. So just a matter now of, the Bearcats do spread out 3 wides and a slot over there.
Here's the play. Here's Farmer. He's going to try to get it upfield. Nice play by Farmer. First down and more. It looks, nope. I'm sorry, I was looking at the original line of scrimmage, so that's going to take it down to 17 seconds. Suspecting this may get into just walk it into halftime.
I believe that's right. Both team, or Bearcats at least starting to head toward the locker room. So
Dexter walking away, that's correct, Jim. Jim, want to let everybody know again that this game is sponsored by Bank of Advance. From traditional banking services to internet and mobile banking products, Bank of Advance is proud to help you meet any financial needs. Folks, it's halftime here in Dexter. They lead it 20-8 over East Prairie. Homecoming festivities and our interview with Emily Crane coming up at the half.
Growing cotton in the Mid-South is hard work. As a farmer, you make tough decisions every day. Choosing a cotton variety shouldn't be one of them. Next-gen brand varieties from Americot are bred specifically for cotton growers like you. We're 100% independent and farmer-owned. Plant cotton that works as hard as you do. Americot. All we do is cotton, all the time.
I got affiliated with FCA early on in my life. In elementary, I watched Gideon High School have activities and fifth quarters and third sets after volleyball games, and so I kind of knew what was going on, but it wasn't until 7th grade that Brandon Blankenship at Risco High School started FCA. Growing up in FCA, it's just really impacted who I am. It's literally shaped me in every form and fashion. I became a leader in my high school years, looking up to seniors as a 7th grader. To me, really just inspired me to be like that. And we were predominantly junior high FCA, but I remember a high school kid, Andrew Halford, he came, and watching him be involved in FCA really inspired me that it's not an age thing. And so growing up, I became an FCA leader at Risco. In college, I went to FCA camps and I became involved in FCA through college. And so I've just been involved ever since. After college, my first real job was at North Pemiscot. and I teamed up with Jason Ward, and we started an FCA at North Penn for the first time ever. And after that, I went to Malden and was really involved in FCA with Mike Vipperman and Mark Pickard for about 5 years. And then I came over here and I joined Laura Foster, and I've never stopped being in an FCA. I've been in FCA since 7th grade, and it's just literally a part of who I am. My testimony is like many other girls, I feel like, in and out of church, mostly in church. Our youth group was really active, and the struggle for me was jumping from a small town of Risco, Missouri, and then venturing out into college. And so during my college years, I went to Shawnee and I played volleyball at the junior college there. And I struggled. I didn't know how to be who I was around people who weren't like me. And so I encourage other girls, other kids to just be true to yourself. I feel like for those couple years in college, I was playing God. I was tricking him, and there is no tricking him. He sees right past it. And so I would just being authentic and realizing that when you are at fault, that it's okay. God will forgive you, and he will bring you back, and you are still his child. But just admitting faults and growing through that. And I think that part of my testimony really has just shaped me and helped me connect with kids, because they need people to tell them it's okay to be real and to be genuine, that you don't have to put on a front for others. And that we're all in the same boat. We're trying to get to Jesus, we're trying to get to heaven, and that through our struggles we can learn instead of being ashamed of them. So at Campbell, we meet on Wednesday mornings with our FCA group, and we come in here, we have breakfast, we play games and icebreakers, and we really just try to attract kids to come. We threw a really big event last year called Fields of Faith, like many other schools around us, to attract our own people, even in our small community. We just try to plant seeds in our leaders, and they go out and invite, and we give them all the creative room to do concerts. Or we held a concert last year, and it was a blast. Really just planting seeds and getting it going. This is the 3rd year of FCA at Campbell. Laura Foster started it 3 years ago. And so we're really growing. We haven't peaked at all. We are very encouraged and spirited about keeping things going. And I just really feel like soon it's going to take off. Our kids are excited. They're passionate. So I see myself in a lot of the student athletes at Campbell. We have several senior girl leaders, and I see myself in them. And their hearts are just bursting to touch other people. And so for me, I just want to be there as a reminder, as a go-to, that they can be that person. They can shine their light for Jesus. They don't have to be afraid, and that they can hold their heads proud and walk through the schools and believe in God, and it's okay. And so I would say that FCA is a lifestyle. It's not just a club, it's not an organization, it's not just a small time in your life. I'm 31 years old, and I've been doing FCA since I was 12. And so I would just say to all the athletes out there to take it into their lives, take it into who you want to be as a parent, who you want to be as a teacher, what do you want to do with your life, what is your purpose? And so I really just encourage kids to be who they are, and to reach out and stay true to themselves.
Growing cotton in the Mid-South is hard work. As a farmer, you make tough decisions every day. Choosing a cotton variety shouldn't be one of them. Next-gen brand varieties from Americot are bred specifically for cotton growers like you. We're 100% independent and farmer-owned. Plant cotton that works as hard as you do. Americot, All we do is cotton, all the time.
Julep, julep, julep,
If Moreland's not on the back of your vehicle, you paid too much.
Does your business need, literally anything? When we founded CNS Cleaning Supply, our goal was simple. Become a one-stop shop for anything and everything your operation might want. From car care to condiments, mops to markers, soaps to staplers, and everything in between. Which is a lot. CNS has got you covered. Give Delane Beckwith a call at 573-217-0104 or visit cscleaningsupply.com to get set up with, well, literally everything. Tell them Delane sent you.
If you feel like you never get the time you need with your insurance agent to find the right coverage, it might be time to make a change. Tyler Miller of Flatland Ag Insurance in Clarkton works to make sure, each and every day, that his clients feel they are taken care of. With years of experience in crop insurance in 4 states, he strives to provide you with the exact coverage you need for your specific situation. For more information, give Tyler a call at 573-276-8044. Here's to another great year.
At Focus Bank, we believe in really free checking. What does that mean? Well, opening an account requires no more than $25 with no minimum balance requirements or monthly service charges. You'll also have access to online and mobile banking, online bill pay, direct deposits, mobile deposits, automatic payments, e-statements, a nationwide network of ATMs, and an instant issue debit card, all for free. Your first order of checks is on the house, and you'll also receive a complimentary thank you gift. Come visit us in Sykeston, Charleston, Crothersville, or East Prairie. Focus Bank, simple, hassle-free checking that's really free.
First State Bank and Trust is more than just products and services. We're there for you for your first paycheck, buying a home, opening a small business, starting a family, or planning to retire, and everything in between. We're the local bank you know and trust for all of your financial needs. Visit fsbtrust.com or stop by your local First State Bank and Trust to explore all of your financial options. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
First State Community Bank has been named the #1 bank in Missouri by Forbes, and we think they might be onto something. When it comes to banking, we've always said that people should come first, and we hold true to that idea. Opening an account has never been easier. You can even do it online. We want our community to thrive, and that's why we put it in our name. So come bank with the certified best at First State Community Bank, serving our community because it's who we are.
Juju Promotions in New Madrid is your one-stop shop for all your personalized merchandise. Whether it's screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, heat presses, or decals, we've got something that will suit your needs. So you, your school, or your business will always be looking its best. There's tons to see, from apparel to accessories. So what are you waiting for? Stop into Juju Promotions today in New Madrid, Missouri. And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
We're right here at King Jerry Lawler's Hall of Fame Bar and Grill on world famous Beale Street, and as you can see, oh my gosh, we have the best barbecue ribs in Memphis. Oh my gosh, the gumbo is out of this world. but you gotta try the King's Triple Decker Slam Burger. You'll love it.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodations and services needed to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
The best fall tradition in Northeast Arkansas is back, Pumpkin Hollow. Make sure to try out all the exciting things that Pumpkin Hollow has to offer. Get in the action on the breathtaking zip lines. Get up close and personal with the friendly farm animals. Get lost in the enormous corn maze. Get your thrills at the scariest haunted attractions in Northeast Arkansas. And don't forget to pick out the perfect pumpkin or fall decoration to take home and enjoy. Only at Pumpkin Hollow, the fall tradition for the entire family.
In a very short period of time, we've experienced amazing growth and success at Southeast Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. And through it all, we've had only one goal: to get you back to life. And when things get better, when you feel better, we'll be right here to cheer you on. Southeast Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, always by your side.
For over 100 years, Stoneville Cotton has helped farmers stay strong and win their growing seasons, delivering protection against key weeds and insects to maximize their yield potential. For more information, visit our website. Stoneville Cotton, own the early.
At Wings Etc., we take every one of our wings very seriously. Just like you do, Mr. Dipper, the master of measure, the prince of the poor. We know how you handle our jumbo wings with the perfect combination of urgency and care, just like we do. Your hunger fuels our hunger to rapidly remove the hangry fire in your belly by dousing it with some cool liquid lightning and our thunderous award-winning jumbo wings. Your hangry is always welcome at Wings Etc.
It takes a lot to make a home, and no one knows that better than WW Wood. It takes a plan and a steady hand to start the process, the knowledge and know-how to make those necessary cuts, craftsmanship to shape out an idea, and the artistry to add in the fine details and final touches. Our employees are right there with you, bringing it all together to make a quality and custom product that makes your home uniquely yours. So thank you for allowing WW Wood to make your house feel like a home.
At Young Real Estate, we're Southeast Missouri, just like you.
We are parents.
We are teachers.
We are grandparents.
We are active in our community.
We are patriots. Serving all of Southeast Missouri, and we are here for you.
We are young.
Growing cotton in the Mid-South is hard work. As a farmer, you make tough decisions every day. Choosing a cotton variety shouldn't be one of them. Next-gen brand varieties from Americot are bred specifically for cotton growers like you. We're 100% independent and farmer-owned. Plant cotton that works as hard as you do. Americot. All we do is cotton, all the time.
Julep, julep, julep,
If Moreland's not on the back of your vehicle, you paid too much.
Does your business need, literally anything? When we founded CNS Cleaning Supply, our goal was simple. Become a one-stop shop for anything and everything your operation might want. From car care to 73217-0104. Or visit cscleaningsupply.com to get set up with, well, literally everything. Tell them Delane sent you.
If you feel like you never get the time you need with your insurance agent to find the right coverage, it might be time to make a change. Tyler Miller of Flatland Ag Insurance in Clarkton works to make sure, each and every day, that his clients feel they are taken care of. With years of experience in crop insurance in 4 states, he strives to provide you with the exact coverage you need for your specific situation. For more information, give Tyler a call at 573-276-8044. Here's to another great year. At Focus Bank, we believe in really free checking. What does that mean? Well, opening an account requires no more than $25 with no minimum balance requirements or monthly service charges. You'll also have access to online and mobile banking, online bill pay, direct deposits, mobile deposits, automatic payments, e-statements, a nationwide network of ATMs, and an instant issue debit card, all for free. Your first order of checks is on the house, and you'll also receive a complimentary thank you gift. Come visit us in Sikeston, Charleston, Crothersville, or East Prairie. Focus Bank. Simple, hassle-free checking that's really free.
Back in Dexter, 20-8. Dexter leads this one here at the half. And Jim, real quick, let me get you back into the phone here so we can catch up on scoring updates. We've got about, I'd say, 3 minutes to go before we get this one started back in the second half. Real quick, scoring updates around the area.
Scoring updates, the New Madrid County Eagles at halftime lead Donovan 35-0. Park Hill Central 33-6 over Cape Central at the half. Poplar Bluff and Jackson, no score reported yet. Kennett leads Crothersville 31-6 at halftime. Farmington 27-15 over Sikeston at halftime. Scott City leads Portageville 26-22 at halftime, so sort of a shootout there. So those are the main scores, I guess, so far that we've been following on. Kennett with a big lead over Crothersville is the one that surprised me maybe a little bit, but everything else, and I thought Cape Central might give Park Hill Central. Park Hill Central is the real deal.
Park Hill Central will be as good as a team, I think, as Dexter faces all year. Right behind that, Kennett. One thing, I've got a friend out there, Kevin Roan. I know you follow Portersville a lot. If you can give me any updates on text of who's doing what in that game, man, that would be awesome. That is a big-time football going on right now, and I believe that's Class 2.
Yes.
Portersville and Scott City, they are as good as they come in this area in Class 2, I believe. And, right now in this one, Jim, Dexter has been able to do some things on the ground, not so much in the air.
Yeah, no passes completed teams have been good. You know, a punt return for a touchdown that was called back, a kickoff return for a touchdown that was not called back. So they've had a good night on the special teams and defensively for the Bearcats. After that first series where East Prairie really took the ball down the field, so the defense played very well.
Yeah, reverse field, really the only big play. They gave up a couple of runs early on. They didn't contain outside. I have to believe Coach Lumica shut that down really quick and said, boys, we're not doing that again this week. Much better play on the outside edges, I thought, the defensive ends, linebackers, also in the middle. You can't just hat for hat pushing the ball down. Really nice hits and tackles on special teams tonight.
Right.
So, you know, Jed is making an imprint on the season. Gets the football in his hands a time or two for a carry, but before we see too much of that, you're going to see more RJ in the second half. I do believe Dexter will stretch that out if they can, and before they get that going.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jim.
Well, I say, they're going to. The question is, how do they adjust in the second half? You know, the first 2 games of the season, they had a lead at halftime.
Back here in Dexter, Jet Graham recovered the onside kick. So double tight. That's Quavez in motion, handed to him. He's going to try to cut that inside. Does, taken down there by number 1. That is Wyatt Williams for East Prairie.
Yeah, picked up about 3. Good to see Nolan Alford back there throwing a block there to spring that 3-yard run. And Nolan twisted an ankle there in the first half, but he's back out there. And I'm expecting here to see the Bearcats try to get a little bit of offense going, maybe with the passing game, maybe some slants, something like that, maybe a little shorter.
Really interesting. Jim, I have taped my Dexter roster up on the wall, so I do not have that. That's number 35, the other tight end there. Looks like number 1, Wyatt Williams again with the tackle.
Yeah, and 25 in there as well. Yanez, a nice hit, and it brings up a 3rd and about 5. Just a little off-tackle play that time on a pitch, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Graham back in. Hayes out. Extra tonight.
Graham split out wide to the left.
Here's Quavez in motion. Nothing there. Dexter will reset. They just looked to draw the offsides again. Did not work. 4 seconds, 3 on the play clock, down to 2, down to 1, and Dexter's going to have to use a timeout.
Trying to draw them off sides, and then they really weren't set to go to the play, I think, Bobby.
Yeah, and that's a deal, you know, if it doesn't happen quickly, maybe have that play already in mind, because that's happened to Dexter back week 1. That happened a couple times at Scott City, and I remember thinking, man, you know, that they've got to move this deal quicker. And again, it catches up with them tonight, maybe not knowing exactly what you're going to pivot into, because East Prairie does not have a whole lot of action going on the defense right now.
It is a 3rd and 4. You know, we've gotten away, and maybe right now with Nolan's ankle being the way it was, is maybe not as ready to run it. But, you know, we were very successful that first drive with he had about 50 yards in that first drive carrying the football, and I like to see that jet sweep again from him probably.
3rd and 4, they will go wide out to the top of the screen. Is going to be Graham. Alford now will come to the bottom of your screen. Quavez to the top. Pullum's actually going to go wide out to the top. So now they're going to bring a different set. Graham will be bottom of the screen here. Alford, your slot at the bottom. That's Quavez, and Pullum at the top of the screen. Alford in motion, and looks like a procedure.
Yep, illegal procedure against the Bearcats. That'll make it a 3rd and 9.
You just talk about your frustrations again. You come out of a timeout and you give up 5 yards.
I was just thinking that same thing, Bobby. That drives a coach absolutely insane. When you have a timeout, you've called the play. Everybody should know because they were right there talking about it, and then you get a procedure penalty.
So 3rd and 9, Howard will have to get his team, or 3rd and 8 they call it. Howard will have to get his team out of a mess here. Same setup for Dexter. That's Alford in motion now. Howard looks to pass. Nobody there. He needs to get rid of that ball in a hurry. Gets it upfield, and Howard's going to go down. Looks like he is very, very close to the first.
Really close to the first down. And And I think he's going to be just a few inches short. And that's one of those things, Bobby, as he ages, he will take that one extra step and still get down. He could have taken one more step, still got down on the slide to not get hurt. And but it is 4th and short, and the Bearcats, I'm sure, will go for it here.
And interesting there, now he's a sophomore quarterback under pressure. He had offered at the top of the screen there, wide open up the sideline. Just throw it right over the top of that guy and let your athlete go do what he needs to do. Protect yourself and don't even get yourself in that situation. Here's Alford, bobbled it, tries to cut it back inside. He has stacked up. I don't know. I don't think he made that, Jim.
I don't think he did either. I think it'll go over to and that's one of those things. I asked this question last night in the 8th grade game. That's where you got to go under center. That's where a quarterback has to go under center and just sneak it. You've got 6 inches to get. Just sneak the first down.
And right there, you bobble that. I would rather just give it to if you're going to hand it off, just turn around and give it to the guy right beside you there. Let him get it upfield for the gain and call this one good. Then we're going to reset.
Right. I know the game has changed drastically, but there is a place to go under center, I think, and that would have probably been it.
And a lot of things go into that hand, too, as we get to talk about these things inside my house. Is it a timing deal, getting it there? Is it, a hand upside, up top? Did you try to grab the thing with your hands and just miss it? A lot of things can go on in that play, from a quarterback or running back, or maybe even a snap timing on that.
Exactly right. That's exactly right. Loss on the play as there was a drop snap on that. It'll bring up 2nd and 12. Defense needs to hold here. I mean, it's only a 14-point ball game or 12-point ball game right now, and we're in the 3rd, so the defense needs to hold for the Bearcats. East Prairie, of course, is trying to get something cooking here and get back in this game, make it a one-score game.
Dexter, again, nobody deep out there, Jim. Not respecting a pass opportunity from East Prairie at all at this point in the game.
Nope, they're begging them to pass. That's exactly right.
Here, and that's going to be a false start.
Yep, sure is. Procedure on East Prairie.
So that will back them up 10, so they will have it now at
about the 40. So
2nd and 17, I believe.
I believe that's right. And that's when you're a running team, and especially when you run the ball up the gut like they do a lot, certainly not the position you want to be in. Of all teams, this is not the kind of team that you want to be in at 2nd and 17.
Dexter now, biggest deal they'll look at is control the edge. Here is where he goes up the middle, bounces off a man or two, and he's taken down pretty quickly.
Yeah, going to bring up 3rd and 12. And, that, you'll give up that 4 yards there when it's 2nd and 17. That's fine.
So no gain on the play, 3rd and 17.
Williams with the tackle there for Dexter. 3rd and about, 12 or so, like you said. And now you just got to, these corners over here have got to be sure that nobody gets behind them. Keep that in front of you, and you'd be in pretty good shape.
Brett Harvey looks to be limping on the play for East Prairie. They're going to sub him out.
And he has been a stud for them, frankly, on defense in particular tonight. So that's not one they can afford to lose. Hopefully that young man will be right back.
Back ready here. 3rd and 13. East Prairie in the shotgun. Let's see if Dexter decides to bring pressure. Man in motion there. That is handed to Ware up the middle. He's got good yardage and short of the 1st. But, Jim, if I'm East Prairie, I think this is probably 4th down territory right here.
Oh, absolutely. Connor Hill with the hit there and the tackle with the freshman. Oh, absolutely, Bobby. 4th down and about 5. You're the underdog. You're down by 12. No question I go for it right here. They've really not shown a lot of variety in their offensive play calling, though. So we'll see if they come back up the gut again or try to get us out. 3 wideouts looks like going out this time.
And if I'm Dexter, they just brought in a kid to play offensive line to sub here. I'm guessing they're not going to bring that ball that way. They're going to roll that thing out to a wide receiver. They're going to run it the other way, but they will not bring it to a guy who just come in, I don't believe. Here it is.
I agree. There's Markham.
Markham throws that downfield short of his man there, so Dexter will take over on downs, and they will get the football back.
That's one of those things, Bobby, that Markham there, he did a nice job of rolling out, but he never really set his feet before he threw that pass. He was throwing it on the run, and he started to throw it 20 yards downfield. You got to set your feet a little bit and put a little zip on it there, and he never really got them set, and that's why it was short.
Connor Markham, Jim, is a name we will be calling guaranteed at the Christmas tournament this year in basketball.
Oh, absolutely.
Very fine
right.
player.
Yes, he is.
I remember as a freshman last year with the pink shoes caught my attention, and Fine basketball player there for East Prairie. Dexter back on the field. Looks like McDonald's checked in now for Alford on this play. 3 wide at the bottom of your screen. Tight end, pull him to your top. Here's a snap, pitch outside to Farmer. He'll try to cut that up and really nowhere to go. Couple of yards pushed forward ahead.
Nice hard running there by R.J. Farmer, but you're right, Bobby. There was not much there to start with. Nice job of straightening it out by the Eagles.
That is Graham checking in. Farmer will check out now.
You know, Bobby, after those first 2 series, the Bearcats really haven't moved the ball very well offensively. Their other score came on a kickoff return, and they've just not picked up a whole lot of yardage offensively after those first 2 series. They've committed the only turnover tonight. They fumbled in the second quarter. And we're going to have to call another timeout.
It's clicking down quickly. Boy, that's just really tough to do. Really, really tough on Dexter.
Yep. You go from a manageable 2nd and 7 to now you've got 2nd and 12 or 11 or so, and just a situation you just don't want to put yourself in.
Well, at some point, you know, this is happening. The coaching staff will look at this deal and have to figure out, you know, is it them? Is it something on the player side not getting it? But they've got to put their players on a better opportunity to run a play there.
Exactly right.
Here's a couple of guys in motion. McDonald brings that near side. He's going to cut it back inside, makes a couple of guys miss, and close to the first. I believe he's going to have it, Jim.
I believe he is too. But we're going to have, we may have illegal procedure. Yeah, double shift by the Bearcats. They had 2 guys moving at the same time. That's a correct call by the official, no doubt about it.
Well, and that's nothing but reps there. That was Graham and that was McDonald moving both at the same time.
Right.
That's just youth in a football game you're seeing from Dexter.
Right, exactly right. But, yeah, they certainly were both shifting at the same time, so there's no question that was a penalty. Dexter does lead 20-8.
That is marked back, so it's now going to sit at 2nd and 11. No, actually 2nd and I believe 15 now. 16.
16, that's right.
So in a matter of a couple plays, Dexter has marched this thing backwards very well. Jim, only if they can go forward as well.
Yeah, that's right. You got to take it the other way now.
They'll tighten the formation some here. Here's a play outside to McDonald. He's got the catch. Big loss right there and fumbled. They're going to say he never had it.
Or they're going to say he was down with the ground, created the contact, one of the two. I'm not sure which. But, boy, good play there by Wyatt Williams on defense. He snuffed that out and made a really nice play on that. 3rd down now for Dexter.
So 3rd and very long. I believe 16 to go is what they have on the board. We'll agree with them.
Right.
20 now. They just changed it on me. So 3rd and 20.
So that was the first completion of the night, and that was for a 4-yard loss. So trying to get the play in from the sideline. Got to speed it up a little bit. Snap back to Jackson. He looks downfield. Looks across the middle. Open. Caught. Nice catch there. Open field run. Down the field.
Quavez keeps going. There's a flag right there on the play, Jim.
Yep.
Quavez gets it in. I think that's going to come back, but it will be a first down Dexter.
Right.
I believe that's going to be a hold.
Hold on the block down the field. Yep, I think you're exactly right. And that's the 2nd touchdown that will have come back for the Bearcats tonight. But it will be a first down for the Bearcats. Nice catch by Quavez. Good job of going over the middle by Jackson Howard. And it is going to be a first down.
And good play call for Dexter. They haven't done anything in the past. We talked about the slants over the middle. We thought it was open. Didn't have to throw the deep ball. Wise choice right there to throw that play.
But you just can't. It's hard to lose 2 touchdowns in a football game, Bobby, to penalties. That's a tough. Oh, they're waving the flag off. Touchdown, Dexter. After a discussion by the officials, they waved the flag off. Now, I would guess the East Prairie coach would like an explanation of that, more than likely. But so that's a touchdown. That's about a 60-yard touchdown from Jackson Howard to Juan Cuevas.
So Dexter back on the board, 26-8. Looks like they're going to go for the extra point. That'll be Dement Looks like Williams will hold. It's down, kick is up and good. So Dexter up 27-8 now. Folks, we're going to slip in a 30-second break. When we come back, I'll be joined by Josh Dowdy here to talk Dexter athletics, track, and more. Back in 30. Josh, welcome to the booth. Folks, Josh Dowdy joined me here, athletic director. Let's see, cross country and track and field this year. Have I missed anything?
Just cross country. I'm not going to jump into that track.
No track.
Yeah, I'm going to let Coach Jamerson actually take that over. He's actually going to be our track coach this year as well.
Well, how about that?
Yeah,
So
we're glad to be here, though. Thank you, Bobby.
Thanks for coming up. Here's DeMent's going to kick this away. That is deep, going to Evans, I believe, this time. He's fumbles the football. That's inside his 10, picks it up. Now Dexter has good to contain the outside, and Farmer's going to drag him down. So, Josh, tell us a little bit what's going on in athletics right now. We've got football going on. We've got cross country. We got cross country going on. We've got volleyball going on. Update us about what we see happening right now in the community.
Yep, we have girls tennis as well. That's our 4 sports in the fall. And, our volleyball team had 2 big wins this week, early in the week against Kennett. And then last night we took down the Mules. That's always fun.
Yep, I have a personal favorite, Paris Kennedy, who's my neighbor across the street.
Nice.
So very good game against Bernie last night. She's JV and she gets to dress varsity, but good for her. But that's my favorite, but, I'm partial.
I understand. Those ladies work hard. They always have under Coach Pulley. They put a lot of time in the summer, and whatever success they have, they deserve. I love when I see young athletes put in the extra time, and obviously you see the results in the season. So I'm happy for those girls.
So penalty there against East Prairie backs them up to their 5. Josh, success there on the volleyball court, tennis, what's going on there? Unfortunate enough, I have not made a tennis match this year.
I understand. Coach Bowles, Christy Bowles, is our head tennis coach, and her husband's joined this year because we have so many kids, or girls, I should say. We have 25 or 26, something like girls, so the Bowles family is taking those girls on and do a terrific job. Again, they break up practices in the summer to make sure all those girls get an opportunity. There's only so many girls can get on a tennis court at once. So
second and 6 here to go. Ware's going to bring that up the middle. Dexter meets him, and he is close to a first. I'm going to think he's about a yard short of it. So, interesting you mentioned that 26, 27 kids. Where's that program generally been in the past right now for girls tennis?
Yeah, it's probably doubled in the last couple of years. Christy has a special, Coach Bowles, I should say, has a special knack of keeping those girls happy and keeping them on the court. And it's a special knack to do that because a lot of tennis coaches and even coaches today, they focus on those top 10, but Christy keeps them all happy.
Third
it's
one here,
nice.
Where is going to get that first down yardage for East Prairie as he gets that across. So the girls tennis, very successful right now. We've got what I would say a very large volleyball group right now. A lot of stuff going on for girls to get involved in athletics here in Dexter. And plus also track as well, or cross country.
No doubt. I've taken the reins over in cross country. I only have 4 girls, but they're a great group to work with. Our homecoming queen tonight, Allie Lee. So it's always nice to see her recognized. And then Abby Lloyd was a member of that court as well. And those girls are just great girls, and they're just nice to have on the team.
Yep. And gonna dig into that a little bit further as we get in. Let's talk about this cross country team. Josh, you've got some runners out there this year.
Yeah, we met last spring and set some goals. Dexter's not really been to state and cross country. We've had a few individuals, but our goal was to take a team to state, and we put in so much. I shouldn't say we. They put in so much mileage this summer. We met down at East City Park one day, West Park, then the Country Club, and they're up to about a 40 to 50 mile average, and it's awesome to see. They're running together, and for some reason, when they get done running 10 miles, they still have a smile on their face. So that's pretty amazing to me.
Looks like Dexter will have them now in a 3rd, and we're going to go with 7 on the play, I believe, pretty close to that. So 3rd and 7, and that's interesting. It all starts with your seniors. You've got some strong seniors. One that comes to mind for me, Chris Stone. He showed flashes last year of being really good, but, was he healthy? And he looks really healthy this year. Boy, you got to like what you see out of that kid.
Yeah, he's having the time of his life, and he's our leader. He doesn't say a whole lot, but he's so excited. I knew, I don't know, it was about 2 or 3 weeks before our season actually started. He went on vacation. Kids go on vacation over the summer, but he came back and he ran like 45 miles on his own. It's easy. I shouldn't say it's easy. It's easier to run as a group, but when he did that out on his own, I knew he caught the bug, and you can look at his times. He broke the school record first time out with a 17:17 5K, which is pretty amazing, and we don't even really recognize it because we're trying to make it about the team, but Chris is going to break that 17-minute mark before this is all said and done.
Great to hear. We're going to get the punt here from where that is. Farmer back deep to receive. He's going to going to run away from this one. No, he does take it. Makes the first man miss. Now back near side, across the 45, using his blocker well there. And he gets it all the way back down to near the 42 as Josh will continue here instead of going to a break. Another kid, Landon Annister, or not Annister,
Clayton Bell.
Clayton Bell.
Clayton, he's in there too. And
I'm sorry I saw Annister down at the field there.
No problem. Well, I might make him a runner one of these days. Now Clayton's the other senior boy along with Allie, but Clayton's kind of in our 4 position right now. We're trying to get him down under the 18 mark, and if we can get him around 17:30, 17:45, I like our chances in our district and maybe even make a little state run. So they're just a fun bunch to be with. Anytime you're around a group of kids that are dedicated, it makes it pretty fun.
Yep. A couple of, you've got several. You've got a junior in there, I believe. Chase Farmers mixed in as Howard there breaks one open. He may go all the way inside the 10 and touchdown Dexter. Jackson Howard finally finding the end zone for himself this year. Seen a lot of other people score. Now he does. So congratulations, Jackson, as awesome. Dexter goes up now 33-8. As Josh will continue, looking at those seniors do that, you've got a junior, like I said, Chase Farmer knows a good runner.
Along with Aniston Kyle.
Aniston Kyle, who was on the football field last year.
Right. Aniston, he's kind of a 400, 800 guy in track, but he's trying to extend that out to a 5K. And his first time out, he ran around 19 minutes, and then he trimmed it down this last weekend to 18:25, which anytime you cut 35 seconds off a 5K in 1 week, it's pretty impressive. So he's pretty excited about it. So Chase has been hampered with a calf issue. We're hoping he's so dedicated. You can see when he's running the frustration on his face because he's trying so hard. But once we get him healthy, there's no telling what he's able to accomplish.
Yep. So, and seems like we've heard a lot of talk about it in the male athletics, especially sophomore surge. I've used the words. We've just talked about the youth so much. You've got a couple of sophomores that's also, they're no slouches at this deal either.
Yeah, Cam and Ben, they went to state last year, so they're back, and Cam's only getting better, man. In fact, he ran his best time, broke right around 17:30. So with Ben and Cameron, and then you've got, like I said, Clayton and Chris, and Mixo Aniston and Chase in, it's quite a team. And they're just such a joy to be around because like I said, it's kind of redundant, but again, anytime you're around a group of kids that are excited about what they're doing, I almost have to hold them back, and that's pretty amazing when it comes to running. I'm not used to that.
Yep, there's a deep kick again by Dominguez. He had missed the extra point, something we haven't seen out of him really. That is, Markham drops it, Dexter covers well and takes him down near the 21. And, in covering some of those things, those same kids will leave cross country and they will hit track and field.
No doubt.
Josh, this is me speaking, and you can tell me more. I think this is maybe the best team we've ever had and maybe ever will have going into a track and field season.
I hope so. I hope this cross-country season is going to help our distance team as far as track's concerned. I know Coach Jamerson's already excited about it, wants to take them to some other meets that we've not done in the past. We have gone down to Kennett and Kelly. He's wanting to take them up north to some other distance schools, so that's exciting. And I will say this upcoming, we're off this weekend, but we're traveling up to Gans Creek a week from Saturday.
Nice run there. That is number 1. That is Wyatt Williams, big first down. So largest first down we've seen out of East Prairie in a while. But, again, traveling, bulking up the schedule some,
Sure. Just trying to get them some better competition to help motivate them. And next Saturday we go to Columbia, which is actually where the state course is. So we're wanting to get them acclimated to that, see if we can make a run right now, a little state preview course. And they're excited about doing that. So we've been training pretty hard to break some times there, and hopefully that'll help us make a state run.
So, Josh, we don't see a whole lot of, we're spending a lot of time on this track and field team, but I think they're worth it because they're so good in this cross country. They're run there stopped by Dexter for little to no gain. But where can people really follow these guys? Do we have anything on Facebook, Dexter Athletics, anything going on there that people can kind of, now that they're hearing, we've got some talent there, if they want to follow along, how do they keep up with these kids?
Well, I appreciate you first having me up here to talk about them. We kind of fly under the radar screen, obviously. It's somewhat of an individual sport, but we've tried to make it a team sport. And about the only way is, the times are posted on what's called Mo Mile Split. And, we do – what's interesting this year is Bloomfield called. They usually host the Stoddard County meet, and they've asked us to do it. So in about 3 weeks, we're going to host the Stoddard County meet, which will give people a chance to come out and watch them. And then obviously we have our Dexter Invitational the last week of October. So that's about the only times. But hopefully they can make a name for themselves at that state meet, and more people will hear about them. I'm just so excited to be a part of it. Every day I come to practice, coming from as a former basketball coach, it was quite a grind and trying to keep kids motivated to work hard each and every day. And in this group, I almost have to hold them back. It's amazing. Used to, kids would complain about running in basketball, but these kids, they like to run. So probably a good thing for a cross-country team.
But, Josh, great to hear. Thanks for joining us up here. Anything else we need to be keeping on from the athletic side? Basketball is going to be right around the corner before you know it. Hopefully we'll see a packed Bearcat Event Center, and I'm sure you will be there monitoring things all night long.
For sure. Well, before I jump off here, I want to say a few things about Coach Jamerson. He's come in here and, he's got a staff of guys that have been around here for a while, and it's just tough sometimes to come in and get people to buy in, and he's just done a phenomenal job, and he's done it through hard work. He's got great energy, not only out here on the football field, but he's got it in the classroom. You come out here on a Thursday, 4th hour, and he's running them through different drills, cone drills, working on taking the right angle. He's a great guy, and I'm just so privileged to have him a member of our staff.
Well, folks, Josh Dowdy, Athletic Director, Cross Country. Josh, thank you so much for coming up here, talking to us about some of the sports that I can't keep us updated on. As you know, I'm excited to see what's going on in Dexter schools right now. The opportunities, if it's not on the football field, it's in cross country or wherever you want to get involved. There's another nice big hit, Logan Josephate. Man,
he can do it.
He introduced himself. That's number 11, Braylon Cade, on the run and down on the field. Folks, I generally do it always when a kid goes down. Josh, thanks for joining us up here. We're going to cut the commercial. We will be back in 30.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Dexter. That is Landon Weathers being helped off the field. Believe he's going to be okay, so he's putting weight on the leg there. We'll see who Dexter checks in. Looks like 53. That is Caleb Gott on the field. So, Jim, welcome back. Any kind of scoring updates we need to know about here before this one gets underway again?
No, nothing really new is updated. Scott Stig leads Portageville 26-22. New Madrid County Central 35-0 over Donovan. Still Farmington 27, Sykeston 15. So about the same thing as we had earlier.
I thought that one would probably be a little closer. Sykeston and Farmington. I actually kind of favored Farmington maybe, or Sykeston maybe on that. Nice play, Jackson Graham.
He sure was.
Did not get juked, stayed with his man. I thought that one maybe because I'd watched Farmington earlier this year and said there's some growth that needs to happen in a jamboree. But, Sykeston, the consistency for Sykeston I think is the issue. They come out in the first half against Dexter, nothing. Second half played great. Went to Kennett, started the game great, and then just couldn't get it together the rest of the way. And maybe what you're seeing there a little bit more. We will get a closer look at them next week as we have that game on Thursday night.
Right.
Here is East Prairie again, throws it out to Markham. That is covered well there. That is Ryder Williams on a play.
Yeah. Good play out there by Williams to shut that off, and it's a turnover on downs. Dexter will get the ball back with 10:57 to go here in the fourth, and they lead 33-8.
Dexter, big score on the last possession. They will look to do it again here. Howard back out on the field. You know, one I'm watching in personal interest, Nolan Offer's been on the sidelines a while. He's been there ever since that one jet sweep for no gain. I haven't seen him back on the field since, Jim. You know, he seems to be standing, walking around fine, and maybe just precautionary. But
yeah, with a 33-8 lead, you probably don't want to take any chances with the kid who's going to, you know, be an integral part of the rest of your season. So maybe that's part of the deal.
Here is Howard, shotgun. McDonald was the man in motion. Howard brings that near side himself. Nowhere to go with the football, and he is taken for a huge loss. That is number 1, Wyatt Williams. That's the name we have called several times tonight for East Prairie.
Yeah, he's played a good game defensively for them, and also carried the ball well. So, yeah, I don't know if that was designed or if we missed a handoff or what, but that was snuffed out pretty well either way by East Prairie.
Jim, I hope that's not a designed quarterback sneak up 33-8.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
That's not the guy I won't get tackled.
Right, exactly right. I'm with you. I would say after the way he got thrown down, Jackson would tell you the same thing. He isn't crazy about that concept either right now. So still having trouble getting the plays in a little bit.
Yeah, this thing is down to 6 seconds, 5 now, and Dexter's going to take a timeout. We will as well. Folks, don't go away. Still more to go on this one in the third.
Does your business need literally anything? When we founded CNS Cleaning Supply, our goal was simple. Become a one-stop shop for anything and everything your operation might want. From car care to condiments, mops to markers, soaps to staplers, and everything in between. Which is a lot. CNS has got you covered. Give Delane Beckwith a call at 573-217-0104 or visit cscleaningsupply.com to get set up with, well, literally everything. Tell them Delane sent you.
Back in Dexter, getting ready to come out of this timeout. You know, Jim, it's happened several times tonight, and luckily Dexter's up 33-8. This happens in critical games. That's going to become an issue that Dexter's got to get ironed out.
Yeah, you can't. You got to either get the plays in, or the kids have to understand what's called from the sideline. They're ready to execute. So they've got to improve on that a little bit. 10-11 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Looking down, Dexter's got a couple of kids over here. You've got Williams, looks like he's going to get tape, and there's Weathers down there, and I see Alford stretching again, so
yeah,
not sure what's going on there, but a lot of kids for Dexter getting tended to on the sideline. Howard's in the gun. He's got it 2nd and 20. And a procedure call against Dexter.
That one I didn't see anybody move on, but apparently somebody did it. I don't know if it was on the offensive line or on the outside out there.
Well, it's been classic Dexter football. Looked good the first half and non-existent in the second almost.
Yeah, the offense in the second half here, I mean, they've scored 13 points, but it's been sort of stagnant and just a number of mistakes here in the second half.
Crowd has thinned tremendously here, as I know a lot of folks got to go home, get kids ready for homecoming, but those who have stayed want to see some action out of Dexter here. Howard in the gun. That is Quavez in motion. Hand goes to Farmer up the middle, breaks a tackle and keeps going. Nice run. R.J. Farmer gets a lot of yardage back there.
Yeah, he picked up about 12 there, but I didn't realize that. We were in a second and about 25, so picked up about half of that probably, maybe a little less than half.
Third down for the Bearcats.
Long third down for the Bearcats coming up.
This one ticks now under 10 minutes at 9:41 left. Very slow played out game, Jim.
Yeah, it has been. For as much running as there been, it seemed like it's been a slow pace. I agree.
Here's Howard, drops back, looks, got a man. It is Pullman's got it caught. He's inside the 20 now, down inside the 10, and touchdown, Logan Pullum.
Nice cutback by Pullum there for the touchdown. Really nice cutback at about the 10-yard line and took it in.
Not even an easy play as he caught that stumble around above his head, kept his footing, and then had avoided a would-be tackler and touchdown.
Nice play. And that just is a good example of that sophomore Jackson Howard's arm. He's got a nice arm for a sophomore. Throws that ball with a lot of authority.
So Dexter back out. Looks like that's going to be a new holder. I think that is Houston Neely will hold now for DeMint as Williams is getting an ankle taped. I'm sure he will be back. And that's going to be through his hands, and Dexter just needs to fall on it. And loose football, I believe he does, yep. So DeMint corrals that in, no score, so 39-8. We're going to take 30 and be back here on the A-Corp Media Networks.
Juju Promotions in New Madrid is your one-stop shop for all your personalized merchandise. Whether it's screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, heat presses, or decals, we've got something that will suit your needs. So you, your school, or your business will always be looking its best. There's tons to see, from apparel to accessories. So what are you waiting for? Stop into Juju Promotions today in New Madrid, Missouri. And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
39-8, Dexter leads it. They will get ready to tee this one back off to East Prairie again. That looks like Wyatt Williams and Markham now back deep.
Yep. Exactly right. And the Bearcats with some quick strike scoring there to put this up after the touchdown from Howard to Pullum.
Busy night on the training room or training table for Dexter is now Weathers talking it over, see if he can get back in the game. Here's the kick. That is Markham. He'll take that around his own 10, gets it upfield. Good yardage now. Look at him go. He is one man to beat, and he may be gone. Graham will be the only chance, and Markham will take it to the house. Touchdown, East Prairie.
Well, that opened up like the Red Sea part in there, Sutter Bobby, and just wide open. And just as we talked about at halftime, how well the special teams played for Dexter in the first half. You can't give up touchdowns like that on kickoffs. You just can't do it. It's it'll be a game killer in a lot of games. 39-14 now. I don't think he was touched on that. Do you?
I don't think he was. If it was, it was barely nicked. It wasn't much.
Yeah, he was off to the races. And he's a quick kid, and like you talked about on the basketball floor, we saw him last year. He's a good athlete, and once he was past that first initial wave, he was gone.
So it looks like East Prairie now lines up. Looks like they're going to go for two maybe. They will. That is where in the backfield. Hand goes to him, tries to push forward, and Dexter may. They give it to him. He's in.
Good. He's good.
So 2-point conversion. It is now 39-14. We're going to sneak in one more 30 here. We'll be back on the A-Corp Media Networks.
First State Community Bank has been named the #1 bank in Missouri by Forbes, and we think they might be onto something. When it comes to banking, we've always said that people should come first, and we hold true to that idea. Opening an account has never been easier. You can even do it online. We want our community to thrive, and that's why we put it in our name. So come bank with the certified best at First State Community Bank, serving our community because it's who we are.
Back here in Dexter as East Prairie just scored on the kickoff and got the 2-point conversion, so it's tightened a little bit. Dexter still well in control of it. And now for Dexter, they may want to see the game slow down just a bit.
Yeah, you would think we'd want to put the ball on keep the ball on the ground, try to run that clock off and get out of here. Some other updated scores here in the fourth quarter. Farmington leads Sykeston 34-15. New Madrid County Central 42-8 over Donovan. Jackson leads Poplar Bluff at halftime 14-0. Kelly leads Charleston 7-6 at the half. Park Hill Central 41-6 over Cape Central in the third. Of course, Dexter with the 39-16 score over East Prairie, and Portageville has jumped ahead of Scott City 30-26 in the fourth quarter, and Kennett leads Crothersville 38-6 in the third.
That is a heck of a game there. Had it not been homecoming here in Dexter, that was a game Luke and I talked about. I said, boy, that's one to watch there. Wanted to see about a broadcast, just couldn't make it work out, and there is a onside kick, and that is Quaves. Get it upfield. We may have another one to go. Look at there, Dexter. Touchdown, Dexter. on another kickoff. That is the third kick return for a touchdown tonight, the most I've ever seen in a game, Jim.
Me too, Bobby. And that one was that's sort of different. That was just an onside kick, and it popped up past that first line the way you want it to, but it went right into Quavez's hands, and he took it down the field for the touchdown.
Well, Dexter back on the board that quick. It didn't take long. Jim, I thought earlier Dexter would hang probably 40 on the board tonight is my prediction. They're at 45 now and a lot of football left to go, so this one could keep marching on.
Looks like Dexter's going to go for 2 here maybe. As Howard's back in the ball game, as is R.J. Farmer behind him.
Yep, and, we was talking about that game, Scott City and Portersville. That was 26-30. And is that game just in the third right now?
That said it was in the score we have is in the third. That's right.
So third quarter on that one. Big game in Class 2. Here's Howard, puts a man in motion, hands to Farmer, and he gets hit pretty quickly. So 2-point conversion is no good. Dexter will stay on top here, 45-16, back in a few.
Juju Promotions in New Madrid is your one-stop shop for all your personalized merchandise. Whether it's screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, heat presses, or decals, we've got something that will suit your needs. So you, your school, or your business will always be looking its best. There's tons to see, from apparel to accessories. So what are you waiting for? Stop into Juju Promotions today in New Madrid, Missouri. And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Jim, we're back awaiting yet another kick and the possibility of another kick return.
Yeah, we've seen 3, as you mentioned, before the break. 3 touchdowns on kickoffs, which is highly unusual in a ball game. At the end of 5 innings, the Reds lead the Cardinals 4-1 in St. Louis tonight.
St. Louis has now laid an egg 3 games in a row, possibly here to the Reds.
They've struggled offensively here recently. They've not hit the ball very well.
Here is Dement kicking it off. It is a very good one. Man, he booted that well. Touchback in high school football. Wow.
That doesn't happen very often. That also keeps us from having a kickoff return for a touchdown, so that's a good thing.
And I'm going to guess that probably went 4 yards deep in the end zone.
Yeah, that was a really nice kickoff. That's a great weapon to have.
And I think just started really kicking this year. He kicked some last year on extra points. I don't know if he did kickoffs or not, but that young man needs to think about college right here in a kicking game.
Yeah, he really does. He's got the leg for it. And if he can get the distance on the field goal, he could do it.
Jim, looking down below, I still see Alford down here stretching out a leg. I'm not. I do know, but I don't want to give up the information just because of competitive things people could find out. There's a good run there for East Prairie, but that's number 11. That is Braylon Cade.
He's brought down by Joseph Haight, number 11 of the Bearcats. Braden Barnes in the ball game for the Bearcats on the defensive line.
Good to see Braden in there. Another young man coaching Little League football, Jim. Braden, I believe, a part of that junior class. Big hole on the left side, or the right side of Dexter's line, left side of East Prairie's right now. If they want to run it right up the middle there. They do not. Quick pass outside, caught, and he's going to be taken down immediately.
Nice read out there by the defensive backs on that side of the field.
That is Jackson Graham first to get to him, I believe. No, that is Jet Graham maybe. I think that is Jet Graham the first to get to him. And again, folks, we got a player down. Want to get off here. We will be back as soon as we can get this young man up on the field, folks. Don't go away.
If you feel like you never get the time you need with your insurance agent to find the right coverage, it might be time to make a change. Tyler Miller of Flatland Ag Insurance in Clarkton works to make sure, each and every day, that his clients feel they are taken care of. With years of experience in crop insurance in 4 states, he strives to provide you with the exact coverage you need for your specific situation. For more information, give Tyler a call at 573-276-8044. Here's to another great year.
Back in Dexter, want to update you folks. That is Trip Shoemaker, the injured player that got him off. So hep off, maybe an ankle or knee, I'm not sure there, but I'm sure they'll get him checked out on the sidelines there. Anything we can update folks back in East Prairie, we surely will.
Updated scores: New Madrid County Central 42-8 over Donovan, Farmington 41-15 over Sykeston, and Park Hill Central 41-6 over Cape Central. Scott City has jumped back in front of that ball game now in the fourth quarter, 34-30 over Portageville, and Kennett 38-6 over Caruthersville.
What a game there. I want to say that is at Scott City, I believe.
I don't know if that's right or not. I'm not sure on that one, to tell you the truth.
There's a play, comes Ware near side. He's up the field, and Graham will be there to take him down along with, I believe, DeMint. Maybe Farmer on the play. I'm not sure which one got him there. That is actually Joseph Pate.
Yeah, Joseph Pate in there on the tackle.
Good to see Logan in on the action.
7:38 to go and counting. 45-16 Dexter with the lead.
Dexter got him in a 3rd and 10 situation here. East Prairie may try to pull back into that bag of tricks they had. Here it comes, Ware near side, looks for a hole and stacked up immediately right there in the arms of Colin Simpkins.
Now, Simpkins has played a nice game in there tonight, Bobby. He's really done a nice job of clogging up that middle after that first series.
After the first series, the Hogs for Dexter in there. Simpkins and
Coons
not into the game right now. Not sure what's going on there, but maybe just some youth getting in. I believe that is Caleb got in there with him. Several kids in this game. Connor Hill, Braden Barnes, Caleb Gott in the game, Jet Graham. There's a lot of kids that's getting varsity action right now that has not seen a whole lot this year so far. Here's the play. It's snapped, handed off here. Double handoff back to, looks like Wyatt Williams, and that is Levi DeMint, and looks like Jet Graham again in on a play. That was number 11, Braylon Cade on the run.
Turnover. Now, you know, the DeMint kid is not that big a kid, but he's playing that sort of that middle linebacker, free safety, or strong safety or whatever, and does a really nice job of putting his nose right in the middle of everything.
Looks like Landon Weathers done for the night. He's got ice on the foot, so he's going to be done, and smartly so. If you're up right now, do not need to test him. Sawyer Rasher has checked into the game. There's another one of the sophomores we talked about earlier at your right tackle right now. That is Quavez in motion. Hand is to Graham up the middle. He is going to take that. Nice run, Jet Graham. You know, Jim, even if he's tackled right there, there's the play I'm talking about. He would have fell forward. If you wrap him up around legs, his momentum is going forward. His head is already kind of out in front of his body. Very good for him there.
Right, exactly right. We got a timeout by East Prairie on the field.
Timeout. We're going to take it as well, folks. We'll be back here. Don't go away.
We're right here at King Jerry Lawler's Hall of Fame Bar and Grill on world-famous Beale Street, and as you can see, oh my gosh, we have the best barbecue ribs in Memphis. Oh my gosh, the gumbo is out of this world, but you gotta try the King's Triple Decker Slam Burger. You'll love it.
Want to remind you folks that our sponsor of tonight's game is Bank of Advance. From traditional banking services to internet and mobile banking products, Bank of Advance is proud to help you meet any financial needs. Also,
Bobby, I was going to say next Thursday night, not Friday now, the 22nd, we'll be in Sykeston. You and I will at Sykeston High School, where the Bulldogs will be hosting the Popper Bluff Mules on their senior night in a battle between the Class 4 Bulldogs and Class 5 Mules. We'll be on the air about 6:50 or so with that one, 6:45. So stay tuned for that and tune us in next week.
You know, I'm interested to see Bluff because we saw him here earlier in the Jamboree, and I heard talk that the coach really thought that, you know, this is going to be a good team, and they have struggled out of the gate.
Right.
Excited to get our first look at them really in game action. That is Graham up the middle now, wrapped up easily there. And just an update, number 15, when he went out, that was Shoemaker. He is sitting comfortably on the bench, nobody looking at him, so does not appear to be in pain, but it looks like he's probably going to be out. I'm guessing the rest of this one, maybe 6:08 left in the third, and and no real action from him moving there. I'm sorry, the fourth.
Right.
Looking like a lot of players now, probably on both sides with some injuries happening, some mixed up things that they're coming out of this one. Graham in the backfield. He'll get that hand again from Howard. Tries to get it upfield. Slung down immediately there. That is number 51. Man, he has had a game. Rhett Harvey.
Rhett Harvey, yeah, he has had a heck of a game. If you remember, he limped off earlier in the ball game, but it's obviously not too bad. It wasn't too bad an injury. He has had a dandy game defensively for the Eagles.
Well, he assisted on the tackle before that, and then that one right there just wrapping up Graham. So 3rd down and 11 to go for Dexter. Do they dare sneak in another pass right here? At this point, if you're Dexter, you just want to see the clock run. Here's a snap, hand to McDonald. He looks for outside help, nothing there, and there's a flag coming in, so I'm sure it will be denied.
Yeah, you would assume where that was thrown, it would be holding probably.
Brought down by number 25.
Well, you know, if it's holding, it could be. You got some different players in the game, some different alignments, so not surprising to see something there, but
it was holding against the Bearcats. Yeah, and you got some of the I was going to say younger players, but that's not, I mean.
And that's growth happening right there.
Right.
I mean, these kids are having to learn right here on the fly at a varsity faster level. Not that they don't see it in practice every day, but game reps are just different.
Well, I think they may give DeMint an opportunity here. That'll be a long opportunity. It'll be about a 40.
But no, that stays 3rd down right now.
Oh, that's right. Still 3rd down. Yeah, but we've got.
I don't understand. They marked the penalty off, but he just gave the decline sign.
Well, this will be a 45-yard field goal attempt, or 44-yard field goal attempt.
DeMint has shown a strong leg tonight. Folks, this is one to watch. I have yet to see a Dexter Bearcat kick one this far in high school football. Williams a holder, and that's fumbled again.
And he's going to be tackled back there. I don't think he was ready for that snap. That's a shame.
Williams definitely wasn't ready for it, and I didn't see that DeMint was. DeMint was kind of standing there.
Right.
He never moved on the snap.
Right. I think the snap came early, which is a shame. I wanted to see just the opportunity to see that distance of a field goal, you know.
I sure did. You know, he tried one last week, I believe, close to the same yardage as New Madrid, come up a little bit short on it. So, you know, definitely rooting for the young man to get one there.
Yeah, absolutely. 4:48 to go here in the 4th. Dexter leads 45-16. East Prairie with the football here on their own 49.
Well, again, just down below us there, good to see Caden Kennedy back around the program after that broken leg there.
Yeah, and you're right. Good for the kid to come. I mean, he could be pouting and everything, and he's not. He's down there trying to help out a little bit.
Hand to Markham, and look at there. Connor Hill stopped him for a second, did not get him contained back inside, and look at him go down the sideline. That is a learning moment, young man. So right there, for those who decide to go back and watch if they do, Connor Hill had him stop. Stay upfield, keep him inside. You know, he didn't cut him back. He had him, then he reached for the player, and he just ran right around him. That's where discipline for outside backers.
Right.
Cut them back in.
Right, and that's a great, like you said, a great learning point they'll be able to make with a freshman like Connor is, hey, you've got to contain right there. That's where the mistake came in.
Yep, I was ready to give him praise and pump him up there until he'd let that outside contain go. But here's the play cutting up the middle there. Ware takes it, big hit. That's DeMint on the hit.
Yep. Levi again in there on that. And
Jim, that's another player for Dexter. You know, first couple of weeks or first week or two, I thought he was very hesitant about coming up and filling a hole there. But DeMint is starting to play a lot more physical football here as this season stretches into it.
Yeah, I thought he's been very physical tonight. You're right.
Like the decision, too. You see Jet Graham in there getting reps now at linebacker. That is up the field, number 11 there for East Prairie, Braylon Cade on the run. I like seeing Graham getting the reps there, resting R.J. Farmer, because there's no need to put Farmer into this game right here.
Exactly right. Joseph paid in on the part of the tackle there, as was Quavez. Under 4 minutes to go here in the ball game.
Still getting it in slow. At this point, I think East Prairie rather is just running out the play clock and running their offense.
Yeah.
No hurry here. Here's where up the middle, just trying to push and taking down.
Yeah, I think you're right, Bobby. I think their coaching staff is we want to get in to practice things that we think we can do well and need going down the road.
And the rest of this game for Dexter is just about getting healthy, get out of here with nobody else hurt.
Right. Exactly.
Joseph
Pate's
been back in action this week. And a good game for him because nothing really over the top in a passing game. He can pursue downfield, no hard cuts, so good game to get him back in action.
1st and 10 now.
Puts a man in motion there. Here's a snap, comes near side, finds a small hole and taken down. It's Graham in on the tackle.
And like you said, Bobby, you got a bunch of these sophomores that are getting a whole lot of time tonight that some of them haven't got up to this point. So that's going to be helpful in the next 3 or 4 games after this.
And I believe Dexter has Donovan next weekend.
Donovan next weekend here. That is correct, I believe. Friday night.
So they will look to get back in the win column again. They had a win there against them last year. Look to pick up another one this year if they can. Here's a quick pass outside. Ware's wrapped up immediately there by Juan Cuavez. Jim, that was one of the kids I thought last weekend who had a pretty good game defensively. He come up and made a lot of plays for Dexter, and he continues it there on a good lead.
He's done that tonight, too. You're exactly right. He's read that pass very, very well.
Physical senior this year. Senior makes some good plays. He's had moments to just really catch your eye like that on defense.
I'll just throw this out there. Mr. Pujols just hit 698.
698 for Albert, so good deal. So
I'm going to go to both games of the doubleheader tomorrow. If he could just homer in both of those, that would be fantastic. I'd be all about getting C700.
Well, Jim, if you would like to stay home, I will take your seat instead.
No, I think I'll pass on that. Thanks. And a timeout here by East Prairie, it looks like, with 1:36 to go in the ball game.
Folks, we're going to take one more break here and probably stay with it for the remainder of it. We're going to take 30. We'll be back here on the A-Corp Media Networks. Jim, back here. Big news for folks still listening on this one. The next broadcast at Dexter will be Kennett at Dexter. Talk to Coach Aaron Pixley. He's agreed to come up and talk to me in the booth. We'll probably do that around the third quarter. If possible, we'll have 3 headsets. If not, we'll just do 2.
Yeah.
But we'll get to talk to Aaron and really hear what would be going on in his mind during a game setup like that, of some of the things that, when he was on the sideline. Maybe about some of the players he coached. Definitely 2 schools he coached at, so, some of the things going on there, what life has been like after Dexter football now as he is in a different phase. But, one thing you don't see, I'll say, is Aaron down here interfering on the sidelines.
Right.
What you do see Aaron doing is still around, and that's an incomplete pass there. So you do see Aaron still around supporting Dexter athletics.
Encouraging, right.
Yeah,
exactly
absolutely.
right.
He steps nowhere near the sidelines where the kids trying to coach or giving instructions. He has truly let go and let this be Coach Chad Jamerson's program. So kudos there. That's a tough deal, especially in your hometown where you've been so many years. He's really handled that as a professional. But during that broadcast, we'll be able to dig into a lot of things with Aaron and kind of see what life is like now without football in it.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting conversation with Coach Pixley, no question about it.
Yep, and we'll just kind of, as general, when we interview folks, just kind of let it go where it does and see where things happen. Here's a field goal attempt up, and that's going to be short, so no good. So Dexter will take this one back over 1:29 left. That game, I'm not sure that will come up here in a couple weeks.
Maybe the 5th of October, something like that?
I believe so. I've got Dexter's schedule taped to the wall here. That is yet the 7th.
7th, okay.
Yep, so Dexter is at home next weekend against Donovan, on the road against Crothersville. Then we have that Kennett game here.
It's a big week, this football field is going to get a lot of use next week. Monday night, the JV's at home. Tuesday night and Thursday night, the middle school plays here. And then Friday night, the varsity Cats are at home against Donovan. So 4 football games. If you're a football fan, you get 4 chances next week. Even though it's fair week, you get 4 home games. So just come on out.
Jim, since my son is old enough to drive and do things on his own, I have had the privilege, and actually this last several years I have not had to go to the fair here, so I'm not the crowd person there and walk around in it.
I'm with you.
Usually hot.
It's not a bad thing. That's exactly. If you're not a fan of crowds and everything, it's not a bad thing. That's exactly right.
You know, roller coasters, I've gotten past that in my lifetime.
I understand. And that Scott City game, Scott City leads 42-38 in the 4th now. Kennett 38-13 over Crothersville. Park Hill Central 41-20 over Cape Central. And Farmington 48-15 over Sykeston.
Here's a hand that goes to Graham up the middle. Nice run, Jet Graham looking breakaway. He is across the 50 now, down to the 40, across the 30, and tries to start a guy. Does, makes it inside the 20-yard line. By far and away, Jet Graham's biggest play of the year.
Big run there. Once he got out there, and a nice job of, as opposed to just giving it up and going to the sidelines and getting knocked out of bounds, trying to cut it back and get into that end zone. Good job on the run there by Jet Graham.
So clock stops to move the chains, and it is 1:16 left in this one. Dexter will threaten to score one more time.
Graham may be saying, please don't give me the ball on this handoff. He's a little out of breath after that. That's a long run right there.
Jim, I think he's earned it, and it will go right back to him.
Probably right. Yep,
it is handed. Tough snap for Howard to handle, but he grabbed it at his feet and still able to get that off. You know, that's where you're talking about the timing of things. How tough is that for the running back to stay back?
It is. You're exactly right. There's a lot, you know, people just think, oh, why is there a fumbled handoff? Why is there a bad snap, whatever, you know. But there's a lot of things that have to go right for a play to work. You know, you got to have a good snap. The timing's got to be perfect. The running back can't go too early or too late. There's a lot to it.
But, Jim, as we wind down, never want to let it go unnoticed. There's several guys on the camera tonight. We've got Josh up here with us. We've got Tyler Lasser. We've got Andrew Moore, and that is McDonald. Is he in?
Just short, again, about the 4.
Just short, so down 14.8 left. And several others. I didn't see who all took off with cameras tonight. Our own Hannah Thurman up here in the booth with us again tonight. Thank you to our supporting cast we've had around us, Jim. I mean, they do a great job for us week in, week out, every time.
Yep.
What they've got to get prepped, moved up, set up before games that you and I really don't have to touch at all. So thank you, guys.
Clock runs down. Graham gets it. He'll be tackled short, and that'll be the last play of the ball game, I believe.
So that will take us down. Final score, Dexter 45, East Prairie 16. Folks, give us about a 1-minute break. We're going to give you finals wrap-up on the game. Any score updates we have, we'll have it there. Final here, 45-16. Back in a second.
At Wings Etc., we take every one of our wings very seriously. Just like you do, Mr. Dipper, the master of measure, the prince of the poor. We know how you handle our jumbo wings with the perfect combination of urgency and care. Just like we do. Your hunger fuels our hunger to rapidly remove the hangry fire in your belly by dousing it with some cool liquid lightning and our thunderous award-winning jumbo wings. Your hangry is always welcome at Wings Etc.
Julep, julep, julep,
If more than not on the back of your vehicle, you paid too much.
Welcome back to Dexter, Missouri. Charles Bland Stadium here. Dexter pulls away 45-16. They win this one. Didn't start out the way they wanted to in the second half, but boy, this final score, exactly what Coach Chad Jamerson wanted. A very sweet win for him against the old school. He coached for several years there against East Prairie. Big win for him. First one of the year. He'd like to have had it earlier, but nice win nonetheless for Coach Jamerson.
Yeah, nice win, and the kids they played real hard. Defensively, they did a really nice job after that first series of shutting East Prairie down. East Prairie only one offensive touchdown, the other touchdown on a kickoff return. The special teams, except for that kickoff return, the special teams for Dexter was pretty good tonight. 2 kick returns for touchdowns, and Levi DeMint with some great kickoffs there. Offensively, stagnant a little bit early in the third quarter, but then they picked it up a little later on, and 45-16, there's not a lot to complain about when you win by 29 points.
And no need to, really push for it, but only one pass completion tonight. I personally, if I'm a Dexter fan, I want to see that a little bit more involved and successful early in the game.
Right.
But they didn't need it because they were so successful on the ground. Early in the game, Alford, I think we had 55 yards in the first quarter maybe, and then McDonald come in, finish off the score there. Farmer had some nice runs. I mean, Dexter did whatever they wanted early in this game on the ground.
Right, and I would guess overall they had 300 yards, 350 yards of total offense probably. Jet Graham with a big run there late with about 60 yards. So, you can't complain. Like I said, you can't complain a whole lot about that. And they got out relatively unscathed injury-wise, it looks like. So, they should be ready for Donovan next Friday night. And go from there. And like we said, 4 big games here next week with middle school and JV and then the varsity. And we'll be on the air next Thursday night over at Sykeston, which should be a good one. A Class 4, Class 5 school, sort of the big boys playing, so it'll be fun.
Yep, and, Sykeston, not sure about the score there when you read that one, but, Sykeston's looking to make some headway there. They put on a show here that night. In the second half, I mean, they looked down and out in the first half. Great showing in the second half. It was their quarterback, Heckemeyer.
Right.
He had the legs that night. The inconsistencies with the passing, we'll see what we get out of that one. I'm sure we'll have updates before we go over there. But how he's throwing the football, he's a kid. I think he's got the biggest arm in Southeast Missouri right now, but he's got to be able to complete them. Maybe we'll see a good one over there next Thursday night. Dexter back in action again here, fighting on against Donovan. Not sure where East Prairie is. They'll still be looking for their first win of the year, so good luck to those folks as well. But, Jim, great night for homecoming for Dexter. Class of 62, I believe it was here tonight with us. So glad to have those folks back in Dexter and coming to the game. And anything else before we wrap this one up?
Nope, that's about it. Like I said, nice home game win. Sometimes you can get distracted during homecoming week, and I think that the kids did a nice job of staying focused on what they needed to do and get the job done. And nice to get that first win in the Coach Jamerson era, and now on to next week and get number 2.
Jim, wrapping it up here for Jim Riker, I'm Bobby Alford. Can't wait to get home and watch film again tonight, I suppose, and we will see you next week in Sykeston.